Daniels battling through an injury to the win. He was 21 of 38 for 326 yards.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver.
Go out for Chinese tonight at the China House, 1900 Sycamore Road in DeKalb. Enjoy a platter for two, which includes Shanghai shrimp rolls, beef teriyaki, crab rangoon, spare ribs, as well as chicken wings and shrimp. The China House also offers all Chinese favorites, as well as sushi and hibachi, plus American food and ice cream. Try seafood, beef, chicken, sushi, and more from their most popular buffet items. Let China House tempt your taste buds. Call 815-748-0032.
America's Best Restaurants travels the country and features restaurants that you should visit each week. Recently, the cast and crew made their way to Renata's German Restaurant in Hanover Park. Renata serves old family recipes and delicious German-influenced food. Renata's also specializes in a wide variety of traditional German baked goods, too. So, if you've yet to visit Renata's, try America's Best Restaurants choice. Drop in soon for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Visit renatasgermanrestaurant.com. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. It's the 10 o'clock hour here. Yes, taking you out to an early lunch, of course. This is the nice time frame when we're, of course, going to be able to talk about things happening locally within the Fox River Valley area, talking about cool places to go to get some good food, awesome arts and entertainment, and a whole lot more, of course. A nice lineup of interviews are continuing on this week here with, of course, our nice little book series, author series. I'm looking forward to it. It's been going good so far. We have a special guest going to be coming up at 11:30 today, so stay tuned for that. Welcome to Out to Lunch with WRMN. This is Matt, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. It's a beautiful sunny day outside today. Hopefully everyone had a very nice weekend. I had a very nice weekend going to the party for Larry. It was very well done. It was very nice. We had a lot of great food, lots of great laughs, and a very nice time too. So hopefully you were able to make it out and enjoy a good time, and of course celebration of Larry as well. We're going to miss him, and I'm glad he was able to join in on the show earlier today as well too. So very, very nice. So let's take a look at the temperatures and weather, see what we have going on for today. We have here currently right now 51 degrees with a high of 67. Now, there is going to be a little bit of a time frame here coming up tomorrow and Wednesday when it is going to definitely get a little bit warmer out here is what we're going to be seeing. So just putting that out there for you. So today we do have a high of 67 degrees. Pretty nice. And it's supposed to be pretty much, it's mostly sunny, I would say, right now. Again, it is actually going to be a little bit more cloudy as we get towards the afternoon and the evening. And then for Monday night, we are going to be seeing a low of 51 degrees, roughly so. So that is the temperatures and weather for today. It's supposed to be kind of, partly sunny, partly cloudy. Again, from my point of view right now, it is pretty much mostly sunny outside. So we might start to see a little bit more clouds accumulating as the temperatures go up. But again, it is going to be really mainly in the 60s today. We get into tomorrow. Now, tomorrow we are going to be seeing here a high of 82. Yes, bumping up to the 80s in temperature-wise. We are going to be seeing this prediction happening into the afternoon, later into the middle, roughly middle time of the afternoon. It is going to be a high of 82. We are going to be seeing it bumping up to 70 degrees by the time we get to this time frame here, 10 o'clock. We're going to be seeing that high of 82, so a little bit higher temperatures. Predicted to be partly cloudy throughout the whole day. We're going to be seeing it dropping down only to a low of about 66 degrees for Tuesday night. So, you know, we get a little mixture of both here when it comes to cooler temperatures and some occasionally a little bit warmer too. And we're already almost out of October. Halloween is just around the corner this Thursday already. I can't believe it how much the time has flown. So we have here a low of 66 for tomorrow, high of 82. Wednesday, we start to dwindle down into, again, a little bit more of the regular fall temperatures. But not at the start, though. Wednesday, we're going to be seeing cloudy skies, high of 79 degrees, mostly cloudy. We're going to be seeing it dropping down to a low of 57 for Wednesday night. Thursday rolls around here. It's predicted to be mostly cloudy. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that pretty steady slope visual of the temperatures there. So it's going to be really kind of a downfall in temperatures from yesterday. So from yesterday here, we're going to be seeing for Thursday. Now, what's interesting here, it says it's a high of 60 degrees for Thursday, but interestingly enough, we're going to be seeing here kind of really that high of 60 being like in the early morning, because it's like from yesterday, if that makes sense. So really, like throughout the day, it's really just going to be about in the 50s for Thursday. Thursday's really going to kind of stay in the 50s there. So a little bit chillier, predicted to be mostly cloudy throughout the day. We are going to be seeing a chance of rain and showers into Wednesday morning, early Wednesday morning. So then we start to see the temperatures drop from there. Slope-wise going down to 37 as a low for Thursday. Friday rolls around here. We do see a high of 54 degrees. Dropping down to a low of 38 degrees for Friday night. It is predicted to be nice and sunny throughout the whole day. Then we get into the weekend. The weekend here, we're going to be seeing partly cloudy skies, high of 58 and a low of 47 degrees. So that's going to be coming up for Saturday. Kind of here, partly cloudy throughout the morning and afternoon, mostly cloudy as we get into the evening, and then a chance of showers as we get into Saturday night. Then this does roll into Sunday and even next Monday here, where we're going to start to see a little bit more rain. We see here for Sunday, a high of 60 and a low of 51. And Tuesday, I'm sorry, that's Sunday. And then Monday is, for next Monday, a high of 63 and a low of 45. It is predicted to be pretty much showers throughout the whole day on Sunday, and that also follows through pretty much all Monday too. So this is towards the very end of this weekend, and then into early next week is when we're going to start to see more rain coming in through here. So, you know, we getting, I would say probably early October was a little bit of a dry spell. Then we got a little bit of rain here and there, and then we're going to see a little bit more rain into next week. So that'll be next week, already in November for next week. Taking a look here, of course, we've got inspirational stories, fun and amazing stories by sunnyskies.com. And you can always find some good stuff there on sunnyskies.com. So let's take a look here under news, if there's any funny news here, or like good news as well too. Oh, wow. Okay, this is interesting. So this was posted today. This is from North Cascades, Washington. A missing runner was found alive after surviving a month in the wilderness without supplies. Oh my gosh. So we'll definitely read about this one here too. Today's good news story comes from North Cascades, Washington. Against all odds, Robert Schock, 39, was rescued after surviving a month alone in Washington's North Cascades National Park. Oh my goodness, wow. Shock went missing on July 31st after setting out on a 20-mile run with his dog, Freddie, with plans to return home that day. Packing minimally for a swift run, he carried only a small backpack, a dog pan, and Freddie by his side, never expecting a prolonged wilderness ordeal. He then experienced Shock, an experienced ultra runner, found himself disoriented without cell service on the second day. When his phone died, he realized the situation was becoming dire and, hoping Freddie might lead authorities to him, sent his dog off to find help. 4 days after Shock vanished, his mother, Jan Thompson, received a call from the Whatcom Humane Society with astonishing news. Freddie had been found, sparking a series of intensive searches in the days and weeks that followed. Despite extensive efforts on both land and by air, rescuers were unable to locate Shock. With minimal resources, he survived by foraging on berries and a large mushroom he found. His discovery finally came a month later, on August 30th, when a crew from the Pacific Northwest Trail Association, worn from hours of back-breaking trail repair, heard faint cries while crossing the Chilliwack River. Shock actually told People magazine, "I was sitting there naked and I knew I wasn't going to make it through the night. So I was like, I'm going to scream one last time. I said help." Jeff Kish, PNTA's executive director, described the rescue as a nearly averted tragedy. Oh my goodness. And Kish said here, quote, "They were returning to their backcountry camp exhausted, and they were and when they crossed the Chilliwack River, they heard something barely discernible above the sound of the river, but out of place from their surroundings. It was not readily apparent that they had heard a person, but their intuition was to take the time to investigate just in case." And oh my goodness, I'm so glad that they did that. They took that initiative and went by their gut and said, we should investigate this. Half a mile off trail along the bank of the Chilliwack River, laid out and exposed to the elements, they found him. Kish says here, quote, "It is the belief of those who came to be involved in the rescue that Robert may have only had another day left of him before the outcome of a discovery would have been much more tragic," end quote. Shock was airlifted to a hospital where he spent a month recovering though significantly thinner. He was otherwise in remarkable condition after his month-long ordeal. Oh my goodness. That's amazing that they went by their gut, because they were almost like, I don't know if we, in both situations, Shock was almost like, I'm going to scream one last time. And then they were able to find him. Oh my goodness. So that's quite a scary story, but I'm so glad that he is A-okay. And that they found the dog too, of course, as well. So very good. That's definitely, it's good news. It's scary news, but it's good news that they were able to find him. And just by that little bit of conscious kind of feeling of, oh, what's that sound? Maybe I should check it out just to be safe. It definitely made, of course, the difference for sure. So very cool. That's a really interesting story that was posted onto the news section of sunnyskies.com. If you want to read a little bit more about it and other articles, you can find them on sunnyskies.com. There you go. The time is 10:17. We're going to take a quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410 here in just a bit. Stay tuned.
Anderson Japanese Gardens, ranked the highest quality Japanese garden in North America and located right in the heart of Rockford. Their mission is to open minds to a different culture while offering a place of peace and tranquility where one can find healing, renewal, inspiration, and a re-energized soul. A premier destination for corporate functions, special events, weddings, and receptions. For directions, hours, and fees, visit andersongarden.org today.
Okay, antibodies, huddle up. We're a great team, but the flu is dominating. The good news is the human we're protecting just got his flu shots. That means all of us antibodies have strong new gear that will help us fight and defend against the flu. We must win so that our human can stay healthy and help protect the people he cares about most.
Let's work as a team to defend against the flu. Gear up with a flu shot to help protect yourself and others and reduce your risk of being sick or hospitalized with the flu. Learn more at getmyflushot.org. Brought to you by the AMA, CDC, and the Ad Council.
Oh no, I just hit that post and my car's got a dent.
Uh-oh, better get Mako.
Oh yeah? Where are they?
Mako is America's body shop. They're the world's largest provider of paint and collision services. They're located at 212 Western Avenue in Carpentersville, across from Spring Hill Mall. I've used them. Check out my car.
Wow, looking good.
Everything was so easy and affordable. Hummer and staff were super friendly and really knew their stuff.
I'm going to call them now.
Mention WRMN 1410 at the Carpentersville Mako and receive 10% off today.
You never know what or who you'll hear from on the first shift with me, Marky B. Like Tim Sconing, a WRMN news reporter back in the 1960s.
The jingles you all played, they were purchased by Dick Sutter. He was at some radio convention. He came back with this reel. I remember them playing that in the studio. We were so excited. We thought we were network now. And it's the same jingles today.
That's great.
Every time I hear them, I get excited about it.
I'm sure.
It's a lot of fun.
Fun times on the first shift, right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
We asked seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
My best advice, if you get a phone call, do not talk to the person. These people are well trained. Don't talk to them.
They don't know me. They're just trying to scam me.
Don't be fooled. Hang up. Just hang up.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They're going to get your number to put in a false claim.
If I get a call from someone, I don't pick up the phone. And should I pick up the phone and they ask for information, then I hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
Scammers can get a hold of your number, order medical devices through your account, and you're not even going to know about it if you don't look at your statement.
Check your statement every month.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call your senior Medicare Patrol.
To report Medicare fraud, call the Senior Medicare Patrol at 800-699-9043.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk the Town. We hope you are enjoying your morning. Hopefully you're enjoying your Monday morning. Happy Monday, everybody. Start of the week here as we get out of October and into November. We've got today, the 28th. We've got the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, which is Halloween. Very exciting. Coming up on Thursday. And then Friday, we'll start off with November 1st, the month of November, which, of course, is really the time period of when people are very much so getting ready for the holiday seasons, for Christmas, for any other holidays as well. That's usually around the time when people really start to get ready for it. Now, of course, usually I'm more of the type that's like, okay, let's just get ready for Thanksgiving. Let me enjoy a little bit more of the fall. Let me kind of recover a bit from Halloween, maybe still embrace it a little bit there. Or as I say, Halloween always. But then, of course, get into Thanksgiving and then Christmas and the holidays already around the corner, like 2 months away already. I can't believe it. I'm just hoping we're not going to get super, super chilly and icy weather. Actually, I'm hoping not as much ice. That's important, not to have too much ice. Hopefully. I don't know. But you know what? We live in Illinois. It usually tends to be very cold, so we'll see. Let's take a look at the news here by FoxValleyMagazine.com. This was posted yesterday. Chicago man gets 12 years in Naperville fentanyl death. A 33-year-old Chicago man was sentenced to 12 years in prison after pleading guilty to providing a lethal dose of heroin/fentanyl to a Naperville man. DuPage County State's Attorney Robert Berlin announced Wednesday that Sean Smith entered a plea of guilty to one count of drug-induced homicide, a Class X felony, after which Judge Daniel Guerin, I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly there, handed down the 12-year sentence. On November 27, 2022, the victim, a 23-year-old male, was found deceased in a bedroom of the family residence. An autopsy determined fentanyl, heroin, as well as trazodone and diphenhydramine toxicity as the cause of death. The victim was prescribed trazodone, and then the diphenhydramine, that's a mouthful, is an over-the-counter antihistamine commonly referred to as Benadryl. Benadryl there. Though the course of an investigation conducted by the Naperville Police Department, authorities identified Smith as the source of the illegal narcotics that led to the victim's death. Naperville undercover police officers contacted Smith and arranged to purchase illegal drugs from him on December 5th, 2022. Officers pulled Smith over as he was driving to the prearranged meeting. He was taken into custody without incident at this time. Berlin says here, quote, Judge Guerin's 12-year sentence today sends a message of deterrence to any would-be drug dealers that if you supply illegal drugs that result in the death of another person, you will be arrested, charged, and faced a significant amount of time behind bars if found guilty. This young man's tragic death is another stark reminder of the deadly consequences of illegal narcotics, end quote. Smith will be required to serve 75% of his sentence before being eligible for parole. So that was the latest in postings on FoxValleyMagazine.com under the news section. To the arts and entertainment. Don't forget, you still can take a look at the October issue of FoxValleyMagazine.com for the October issue if you want to check it out. Again, a lot of the things that are posted in there, of course, have already happened, of course, like Nightmare on Chicago Street and other things like that, different events. But if you go towards and you just kind of flip through it, you'll be able to find some things that are going to be coming up pretty soon still, too. Still some haunted houses that you can also take a look at as well. If you go under arts and entertainment, you'll be able to find that there. Oh, no, it's not under arts and entertainment. It's under events, sorry. Under events, you can still find some of the houses there that are still open as well too through till November. So still a lot of good things to do here as we get out of October, closer to Halloween and into November. You can find a lot of that great stuff here, of course, on FoxValleyMagazine.com. Taking a look here, this is under events. Batavia, this was posted yesterday. Batavia Main Street announces the return of the popular indoor market. Let's take a look and see what this is about. Batavia's indoor market is kicking off Saturday, November 2nd from 9 a.m. until noon at Grainology Brewstillery. That's located at 131 Flynn Street, Suite C in Batavia. And it will continue through mid-May every Saturday. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. So that's going to continue on through till mid-May. That's going to be great. So that'll give you a good amount of opportunities to do that. Now, that's actually located right along the Fox River. Corner to 25 there, or across from 20, it's there, and then you cross the Fox River, and then 25 is there, is where it's located. So that's on Finn Street in Batavia. You probably could take 25 off West Wilson Street, or take West, or vice versa. That's how you'd be able to get there. So it's right. Actually, it's right near Pal Joey's, Riverside Pizza and Pub, and it's right along the Fox River there too. So that's where it's going to be, and it should be a good time. That indoor market. Oh my goodness, you're going to be able to find so many fun stuff. So much great things. The indoor market will feature more than 20 vendors weekly. Local farmers, bakers, and makers will be bringing a wide variety of products, including locally grown produce, farm-raised meats, eggs, fresh baked goods, hot sauces, gourmet mushrooms, pickles, CBD products for humans and pets, jams and preserves, sourdough bread, and the list goes on and on. I mean, they're going to be seeing some holiday stuff there too, things that are harvest and or produced at least 75% of market products. All vendors must grow, is what they say here, that percentage, at least 75% of market products. So it's a lot of natural products there that we're going to be seeing here. A listing of each week's vendors will be posted on the Batavia Farmers Market Facebook and Instagram pages. So if you just look up Batavia Farmers Market on Facebook, you'll be able to find it. So you can just do a Google search or whatever search engine you use. You'll be able to find it on Facebook, and then you'll be able to see that list updated there too. So, they already posted here a couple days ago. They had the outdoor farmers market that was October 26th on a Saturday. That was a couple days ago. It was the last outdoor one, but then, of course, they're kind of getting into the indoor market now, too. So stay tuned for that list if you would like to take a look at it. It's under Batavia Farmers Market on Facebook is where you're going to be able to find that information. You can find, of course, also general information as well, too, on foxvalleymagazine.com. Some returning favorites, Van Laar's Fruit Farm. You're going to be able to get some good apple cider, donuts, breads, and apples. Mighty Greens Farm with lettuce, salad blends, and seasonal produce, all 100% grown in Elburn. And you'll also be able to find lots of other ones out there, too. The indoor market is pleased to introduce a few new vendors, the Soft Wave Fish Company, fresh fish. You get it smoked, locally made, spreads, crab cakes, and more, too. Fourth Dimension Flavors is also going to be out there, too. Homemade soups, grass-fed and finished beef, pastured poultry, pork, and eggs. So it's going to be a good time for sure. If you would like to read a little bit more about this information, you can find it on foxvalleymagazine.com. Again, that's foxvalleymagazine.com. So that's going to be nice. A nice local market here, located in Batavia, the Main Street. Their return of the popular indoor market. Lots of locally produced, delicious options, brands, and more to choose from. All going to be featured indoors too, especially for the chillier weather that is about to approach here. And I'm not just talking about, in the 50s and 60s. I'm talking, you get to the chilly weather once we head off in December, especially. This does wrap it up here for the first half hour of Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We'll take a quick time out. When we come back, talk about a couple other things and some great places to go to. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. Elgin residents should note a temporary disruption today as the city upgrades its financial management system. Online payment services will not be available from 4 to 7 p.m. today. Fall leaf collection begins today in Elgin. As you prepare to tidy up your yards, remember that waste management has done away with the need for stickers on yard waste during this season. Leaves and other yard waste must be bagged and placed curbside by 6 a.m. on your regular garbage pickup day in Elgin. Elgin residents are advised to anticipate traffic delays today as a solemn event is honoring U.S. Army Corporal Eravito Ortiz. The funeral procession for Corporal Ortiz, a Korean War soldier recently accounted for after 74 years, will commence at 12:30 today following a service at St. Mary's Catholic Church. The procession will travel through several main roads and concluding at Bluff City Cemetery. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I feel like I'm constantly cleaning hair off my bathroom floor. At least my Swiffer Sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths have ultra-thick pads to trap and lock hairs, like a hair magnet. And when I'm finished cleaning up my hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. Now the hair's gone, all thanks to Swiffer. Try Swiffer Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths. I promise you'll love them or your money back. And also try Swiffer Sweeper Wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Washington's Jaden Daniels connected on a 52-yard touchdown pass with time winding down, leading the Commanders to an 18-15 win over the Bears on Sunday. Chicago's winning streak snapped at 3. Quarterback Caleb Williams, 10 of 24 passing, 131 yards. No touchdowns. DeAndre Swift and Rashawn Johnson rushed for scores. Williams struggled, completing 4 of his first 16 passes. Daniels finished 21 of 38 for 326 yards. NBA tonight, the 1-2 Bulls visit the 2-1 Grizzlies. Chicago coming off a 114-95 home loss against Oak City. On the ice, the Blackhawks visit the Avalanche tonight. Chicago 2-6-1, Colorado 5-4-0. They held on for a 5-4 win last night at home over Ottawa. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
October is ending, but I want to keep the fall fun going. So I shopped Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I saved 30% on top active brands like Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. Then I got my kids some boots for under $22, scored 50% off Food Network baking must-haves, and earned Kohl's Cash. Yep, it doesn't get better than Kohl's. Flex styles. Offers end October 27th. Coupons do not apply to Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We're still in the 10 o'clock hour here. Rise and shine. Yes, yes, yes. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning so far. Maybe you've got your cup of coffee already. Maybe you don't drink coffee. That's totally fine. Maybe you're a tea drinker. Maybe you want to try out, of course, maybe some different coffees and teas. Well, I've got a place for you that I wanted to talk about here. Now, before I do that, though, there were a couple other things I wanted to touch base on here when it comes to the FoxValleyMagazine.com and then also the Kane County Connects as well, too. So we'll dive a little bit into that before we head on off to the races, to the cafes. I'll be talking about a couple different cafes here today. Nice, cozy little cafes to get all cozied up during the chillier weather here to enjoy a nice cup of tea or coffee and maybe a little pastry here as well, too. So let's dive into what we've got here, starting off or continuing on here with some arts and entertainment under FoxValleyMagazine.com. Coming up Saturday, November 2nd, it is the Phil Collins Experience at the Arcada. Now, I'll let you know here, too, probably on Friday during Dino's Night Out. He'll probably be mentioning this because he does mention a lot of these really high-end quality performances here, especially at the Arcada as well. So I won't go into too much detail, but probably stay tuned for that if you're interested. If you missed the original, be sure not to miss the Phil Collins Experience at the Arcada Theater in St. Charles coming up Saturday, November 2nd at 8 p.m. The experience has really been wowing audiences at festivals, theaters, private events, so it's definitely going to be a good time. A British-born, raised frontman will make you forget that he's not Phil. Terry Adams Jr. brings the look, the sound, the emotion, and the energy, the true feeling of Phil Collins. So if you'd like to take a look at more information, you can go to their website. Tickets are $29. That's at the Arcada Theater for their, it's a link to their e-tix. So feel free to take a look at that if you'd like to do that. Now, this was posted today on Kane County Connects. Kane County's Halloween Spooktacular is bringing spooky fun to employees and families. Now, the annual Kane County Halloween Spooktacular delighted county employees. So this was a recent this recently did happen. So it's just kind of a little overview here on what happened here. Because we also do like to talk about what did happen and then what is going to happen here too. They delighted county employees and their families for a third year featuring spooky displays, plenty of treats, and friendly competition as well. Staff from various departments volunteered their time to and donated items for creative festive setups. Lots of goodies were handed out, making this event a fun Halloween experience for everyone. The winner of the best display went to the Kane County Public Defender's Office, who set up an Alice in Wonderland themed booth. Also taking part, the Kane County Division of Transportation, Coroner's Office, Probation, Kane County Health Department, Law Library, Judiciary, Court Services, Kane County Recycles, Circuit Clerk, and also State's Attorney were also featured there too. Lots of good pictures here that you can take a look at as well. Looks like it was a grand old time, a good time there too. That Alice in Wonderland booth is pretty nice here as well. And again, A lot of people did take a lot of time and energy to get this set up and ready for a good time. Nice, simple, good time too. It was just a simple, good time. Nothing that was, super over the top, super expensive. Just a nice event where people can come out and enjoy some good treats. And of course, community spirit as well too. And got some good costumes that were featured there as well too. So very nice, a nice little review on the Halloween Spooktacular. That was recent, so very cool. If you want to check out some pictures, they're posted onto KaneCountyConnects.com. Now, I did hear about this over the weekend. My parents were talking about it, and oh my goodness, this is such an interesting story here as well. I'm telling you, with modern DNA technology, oh my goodness, it's just absolutely fantastic. It's similar with the Halley case, of course. But decades-old mystery of a skull was found in Kane County that was solved with modern DNA technology. The identity of a partial skull was found behind a wall in Batavia home in 1978 that has finally been confirmed as the woman named Esther Granger, a 17-year-old woman who died in 1866 in Maryville, Indiana, likely from childbirth complications. The remains were first found in November of 1978 when a couple remodeling a Wilson Street home had uncovered a bone initially thought to be a lower jaw inside of a wall. Further investigation revealed a partial skull, which was then sent to Northern Illinois University's anthropology department, where it was confirmed to be a human. Early testing suggested the woman was in her mid-20s at the time of the death, and the skull was significantly older than its 1978 discovery date. However, here, the skull was then later donated to the Batavia Historical Society. It remained there until 2021. Now, at that time, it was turned over to the Batavia Police Department, which contacted the Kane County coroner. The case was assigned to the Cold Case Division, and a profile was then created in the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System, or NAMUS, or you can also say NAMUS too. Although they did not provide an identification, the facilitated collaboration with Othram, a Texas-based forensic genetic genealogy company. They were able to use these really cool advanced DNA techniques, which this is the part where it's so fascinating to me that they're able to do this. The Kane County Coroner's Office and Othram successfully identified the remains, making this the oldest identification in their history, too. The process was partly funded through $7,500 in a crowdfunding campaign. The circumstances that led to Esther Granger's remains were hidden in Batavia's or still are known. One theory suggests that she might have been a victim of grave robbery, a practice that was not uncommon in the 1800s when physicians sometimes paid for bodies to study human anatomy. The St. Charles History Museum documents a similar case in the area where a grave robbery led to unrest and the death of a doctor. Burial records, indicated that Esther Granger was originally interred in Lake County, Indiana. Now, how they were able to do this was, of course, due to genetic genealogy. So they were able to find the DNA, of course, with the DNA technology from the skull. Then they were able to go in, of course, have someone research the family tree, see if anything and anyone came up with that DNA. And they were able to find a great-great-grandchild that eventually was located and provided DNA, which confirmed the identification. I'm telling you, this is so cool, all this information. I've especially become really, really fascinated with it ever since I found my half-brother that came up through DNA. It's just like, it's crazy because this stuff, it's like without it, you wouldn't have been solved. You wouldn't have known, all of this, just in general. So it was quite interesting here too, that they were able to find it. The relative was from Oregon, Wayne Slavar. He said, my wife called me at work just as we and said we just got the weirdest call, he said. However, after multiple conversations with the coroner's staff, he became convinced that the situation was genuine. So they were actually able to do like a reconstruction, AI reconstruction of what she might have looked like there too. How cool would it be to find an actual picture of her too? It's 1866. That would have been Civil War time, a little bit after. Yeah, she might have had a carte de visite taken. It wasn't that expensive for Depending on her wealth, I don't know, but still pretty cool nonetheless that they were able to do that. I find this stuff so fascinating. And of course, it's being used for the good, which is, of course, that's a good thing, of course. Absolutely. So I can't imagine. I mean, the relative must have been like, oh my goodness. Wow. Great-great-grandchild. That's so interesting. So if you want to read more about this article, this was posted on the KaneCountyConnects.com. That's KaneCountyConnects.com. That was posted on there. Very interesting story. The time is 10:43. What we're going to do is take another quick time out. When we come back, we'll step away from the different scenes of the DNA and the crime and go into maybe having a nice little cup of coffee and some tea, talking about a couple cute little cafes I was able to scope out on the World Wide Web within the Fox River Valley. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN. By the way, too, a lot of these places I bring up, I've never been to them before. I've yet to go to a lot of them. I want to. So I'm also kind of enjoying the experience as well, kind of learning about these places also, too. And hey, if you've been to any of these places, feel free to let us know. Feel free, absolutely, to let us know about any of these good places that you've been to. Call in if you have a testimonial on any of the places that I announced. If you want to comment live on YouTube, you can feel free to do that, or through the Image 360 info number. The lines are open for your convenience. So stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
When you need your banker, they should be ready to put you first. At Wintrust, you can have the banking experience you need and the one you deserve. Ready for a change? We've made it even easier. Our new sophisticated online platform makes opening accounts a breeze, but our bankers are always here for you. Open a new Total Access checking account in minutes at wintrust.com/fast. Plus, get $300.
$100 required to open. Requirements to qualify. Must use link to apply.
Member FDIC.
Take a historic walk through the home of America's greatest showman, Al Ringling. Located in Baraboo, Wisconsin, you can view the grand opulence on a guided tour, now hourly starting 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Weekday tours begin on the veranda and on the weekends in the tap room of the Al Ringling Brewery. Behind the mansion, kick back and try a flight of craft beers and dine at this family-friendly stop. Visit alringlingmansion.com for more information.
If you can't decide on dinner, have everything. Golden Corral at 154 South Gary Avenue in Bloomingdale has an endless buffet with over 150 items to choose from. There's an unmatched variety of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, prepared fresh throughout the day. If you're craving something specific, call or check out their menu. Golden Corral rotates the buffet often. Golden Corral in Bloomingdale. They're the only one for everyone. Visit goldencorral.com.
Retirement can be scary, but only if you're not prepared. That's why AARP created thisispretirement.org. Because unless you've already retired, you're in pretirement, and you still have time to plan. Learn about retirement savings options, potential tax breaks, and how you can build savings over time. Visit thisispretirement.org for free resources to help you customize your action plan and feel the retirement fear disappear. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
We are Lions International, the world's largest service organization. We are volunteers committed to strengthening our communities and supporting those in need, one act of kindness at a time. For more than a century, Lions have been serving a world in need, right here in our community and around the world. Lions International makes the impossible possible. This is your invitation to join us, because the only thing missing from our mission to make a difference is you. Visit lionsclub.org to find a local Lions Club near you.
All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We hope you are enjoying your morning so far. It's a beautiful sunny day outside here today. And the weather's going to be getting a little bit warmer in the Elgin area and then eventually going down a little bit more here, too. So there's going to be like a high of 82 degrees. I'm like, oh my goodness, as we're here in the fall time, but you know, that's okay. That's all right. Hey, you know what? I'm not complaining. It's supposed to be a nice day coming up that day tomorrow. So that should be nice. So I have here, actually, I've got a special guest here on the air, and I apologize. We did a little bit on my end, a little bit of a mix up here with the time frame, but that's okay. We are making it work here. Let me make sure. Let me make sure I get her on here. This is Maria, and I'm sorry. How do you pronounce your last name? DeVivo. Ah, very nice. I like that. That's a beautiful last name. So we have here Maria DeVivo, who is an author. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I write dark and spooky. I write. Thank you. I write dark fantasy and horror, from young adult stuff all the way up to the adult stuff.
Okay. So so the adult stuff is kind of like what do you like most writing? I mean, as you know, as a writer, you like everything that you write, but what are you more, would you say, drawn to?
I think I'm drawn more to the adult material. Okay. Because I can just like let myself go. You know, there's no holds barred. You know, the content, the spookiness, the scariness, like I can just go wild.
That's really cool. Now, here, I'm going to pull it up on the page, too. Hopefully, you'll be able to see it. I'll try to make sure. I'll share the screen here so that you'll be able to see it a different way here. But I'll pull it up on the screen for those of you who are watching on YouTube. You can find information on Four Horsemen Publications. A little bit about here. Writing horror and dark fantasy for both a young adult and adult audience members. And each of her series have been on Amazon's best sellers. Oh my gosh, that is such a cool accomplishment. That is so cool. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. Now, I'm going to share also on the screen here too. I'm going to find a way maybe to get all of us here on the screen with also the page as well too. Well, what I'll do here is I'll share it on screen. But you have a book series called Dawn of the Blood Witch. Now, this one here, it looks like there is a total of 5. So it looks like there's a total of 5 books. Can you tell us a little bit about these series and these really cool books that you've got?
So, Dawn of the Blood Witch, there's 5 now, but it's a planned series to be 10. It's my ambitious saga. The basic premise is witches are real and they want to take over the world. They want to open up this like portal to the other world and like let the old gods come back and take over. So basically how I've structured the series is that each book is a standalone novel. They can be read in any order. It doesn't have to be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever. You can read them in any order that you like. They're all based on actual events in history because I'm a true crime buff. So I like to like throw in that true crime. So like I use like serial killers and kidnappings as like the backdrop for what's happening with my characters. Okay. And I go all over like many different time periods and they're all connected. They all share a universe, so you'll see the same characters throughout.
Now that's really unique that you're able to read these books and you don't have to do them in order. So I think that's really cool too. Was that something that was initially planned or it just kind of happened along the way?
No, I mean, when I first wrote it, so I wrote the first one, Witch of the Black Circle. And after I did that, I was like, wow, like I really like this concept. I really like, where I was going with the material and how I use like the real life, stuff in there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, well, where can I go next? Because the book ended in a sufficient, satisfying way, whereas like it doesn't need a necessary sequel, but I still wanted to kind of stay in that world, and it just kind of developed from there. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go here. And then I was like, all right, book 3, I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to go here. And it was like, it just kind of evolved over time. Mm-hmm.
That's really, really cool. So tell us a little bit, to kind of backtrack a little bit here. Tell us a little bit about what got you interested in writing in general, and what kind of also got you interested in writing these styles of these books, all the creepy horror books?
Okay, so when I was a little kid, my dad, he influenced me a lot. He used to read everything to me. We'd sit down and he'd read the newspaper or magazines or the backs of cereal boxes. Like, he was just like filling my brain with words, right?
Mm-hmm.
So one day we were at my grandma's house. I'll never forget this. Like, I was a little kid. I maybe was 6, 7, I don't know, sitting at my grandma's house, and he's like, "Oh, come here, I'll tell you a story." I'm like, "Okay." I'm thinking he's going to pull out a magazine or a newspaper, but he didn't have anything. And he sat there and he told me a story. Like, he made it up on the fly. And it was a version of Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Okay.
And it was really cool. It was like one of those fractured fairy tales before that was like even a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling me this story. And I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Like, if my dad could be a storyteller, I want to be a storyteller. So from that moment, I was like, yeah, daddy's telling me stories, I want to tell stories. So that's kind of where it came from.
That's awesome. That's so cool. What got you kind of interested in the style here, the horror, the thriller, the creepy?
Okay, so that was my mom's doing.
Oh,
right.
Okay.
So my dad was the basis for me wanting to be a writer, but my mom was the basis for me wanting to be like this creepy kid. When I was little, she took me to my first horror movie. I was 5 years old, and it was Creepshow. And
Okay.
Creepshow was one of those anthology. Yeah, it was an anthology one where it was like 3 or 4 different like stories connected. Which, hello, is where I got it from. And I remember sitting in our lap, and she thought I was asleep. Like, she was just bringing me because she was out with her friends, whatever. And I sat there like this and did one of these, but then I went like, oh, and I went like that.
Yep.
Oh, And I remember being horrified and fascinated at the same time.
That's how I was growing up too. Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you either love it, or you're either drawn to it, or you're like, no, this isn't for me. And I knew early on it was for me, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how it was for me too. I was always, I was very creeped out, but I was also drawn to it too, because my aunt used to have a bunch of decorations in her home, and they would always creep me out, but I was always excited to go, and I was always like peeking around the corner in the living room, being like, oh no, the scary bride is over there, but I'm so intrigued. And yeah, that's how it was for me too.
Yeah. It's like that horror, like you're horrified, but you're fascinated,
Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly. And that's how it was for me as well too. So when did you get started writing these series here? How long have you been been writing this particular series?
So the Witches, I actually started that in 2020.
Okay.
With Witch of the Black Circle. But my other stuff, I've been writing professionally since 2010.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah. So that's been it's been a very long and interesting journey.
Yeah. So other books that you've written too, are they in similar fashion and style, or is it kind of something different as well?
Well, it's kind of similar because like I stay in the whole like realm of the supernatural worlds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my Coal Elf series is about elves at the North Pole, and they mine the coal for the naughty kids. And
okay.
I've got yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, and then I've got a series about angels and demons, and I've got a series about zombies with a twist.
Ooh.
So like I do like to stay in like the weird, dark realm, and I like taking things that we know, as humanity, and like I love twisting it. I love making it like different.
Okay. Yeah, that's definitely that's interesting too, because it's you look at like you get like also inspiration from like reality too, and then you kind of like incorporate it also into your books, and I think that's interesting as well. I think just as humans, that's what we do, is we take inspiration from reality as well, and just kind of can mix it up and things like that. Oh my goodness, it's already time. You know what though? I want to keep you. Are you able to stay a little bit longer?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take a top of the hour news break, and then we'll come back on because I have a lot of other questions I want to ask you.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll stay tuned, folks, here in just a bit. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We'll be back with Maria here in just a little while. Folks, stay tuned. And when we come back, we'll talk more. Of course, you're listening to and watching to WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning so far. We're going to kick it off with the 11 o'clock hour, continuing this awesome interview. And then we'll also, a little bit later into the day as well, too, we'll kind of I'll go through some of those cafes as well, talking a little bit about that, some cool places to get little cups of coffees and things like that, too. And so stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Hi, this is Sue with Newman's Corner Pub in Hampshire, Illinois. Are you looking for the perfect hangout spot? Swing by Newman's Corner Pub right at the corner of 72 and State Street in Hampshire. Enjoy fantastic drinks, live music, and a fun crowd that makes every visit special. Test your luck with our hot slots and our Queen of Hearts drawing every Saturday at 3 p.m. Challenge your friends to darts or pool while you're here. Newman's Corner Pub, where every day feels like a weekend. Visit us at Route 72 and State Street in Hampshire. That's Newman's Corner Pub, your new favorite spot.
Rooted in their family Mexican history, churros are made daily with love. Churros and Chocolate at 2533 West Algonquin Road has churros made from family recipes with care and fresh each day with delicious fillings. There's also the Frida Cafe where you can relax and catch up with a friend while having a warm drink. Try Churros and Chocolate specialty churros, the churro sundae, or take home a churro cake. Visit churros, the letter Y, chocolateinc.com.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 11 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan, brought to you by Cintas. One man was injured, and the Elgin Police Department are continuing to investigate a shooting that occurred in the 1200 block of Shawford Way in the early hours of October 27th. An adult male sustaining non-life-threatening injuries from gunfire, swiftly taken to the hospital for treatment. Authorities are continuing to investigate. A mystery that began in 1978 with the discovery of a partial skull in a Batavia home has reached a poignant resolution. The skull found within the walls of a home renovation has now been confirmed as belonging to Esther Granger, a young woman missing from Maryville, Indiana, who passed away in 1866. The city of Naperville hosting an event hoping to foster community and inclusion. It's scheduled for November 7th. The final discussion in the Embracing Community Book Read series is taking place at the 95th Street Library. The event will center around Peter Block's influential work, Community. With your 1410 WRMN Newsflash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I feel like I'm constantly cleaning hair off my bathroom floor. At least my Swiffer Sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths have ultra-thick pads to trap and lock hairs, like a hair magnet. And when I'm finished cleaning up my hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. Now the hair's gone, all thanks to Swiffer. Try Swiffer Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths. I promise you'll love them or your money back. And also try Swiffer Sweeper Wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
Be sure to catch the first shift weekday mornings from 6 to 10 a.m. for important information like fire tips from Elgin Fire Chief Rob Sagan.
The thing in the winter that we're more concerned with is carbon monoxide, because that we don't get in the summer. That carbon monoxide issues occur because of heating equipment. Anything that burns natural gas, if it is faulty, can generate high levels of carbon monoxide, which in time can be fatal. So I can't emphasize enough the importance of having carbon monoxide detectors in your home. Every single year you will see somewhere in the country, and usually we'll get one or two in the Chicagoland area, where you'll see multiple fatalities in one home. You can't smell carbon monoxide, you can't taste carbon monoxide, you have no idea it's happening. And so it's critically important that you have the right detectors in your home.
It's the first shift weekday mornings at 6 a.m. with me, Marky B, right here on WRMN.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Commanders beat the Bears 18-15 Sunday. Chicago drops to 0-3 away from home. 4-3 overall. Their three-game winning streak came to an end. Quarterback Caleb Williams, 10 of 24 passing, 131 yards. No touchdowns. DeAndre Swift and Rashawn Johnson rushed for scores. Williams struggled, completing 4 of his first 16 passes. It was a matchup of rookie quarterbacks with Jaden Daniels battling through an injury to the win. He was 21 of 38 for 326 yards. NBA tonight, the 1-2 Bulls visit the 2-1 Grizzlies. Chicago coming off a 114-95 home loss against Oak City. On the ice, the Blackhawks visit the Avalanche tonight. Chicago 2-6-1, Colorado 5-4-0. They held on for a 5-4 win last night at home over Ottawa. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
October is ending, but I want to keep the fall fun going. So I shopped Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I saved 30% on top active brands like Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. Then I got my kids some boots for under $22. Scored 50% off Food Network baking must-haves, and earned Kohl's cash. Yep, it doesn't get better than Kohl's. Select styles. Offers end October 27th. Coupons do not apply to Nike, Adidas, and Under Armour. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. Your coworker Kyle said bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive could save you money. Bad news. While saying this, Kyle was eating your clearly labeled lunch. Dumb news. Pizza near work costs $7 a slice, and it tastes like drywall covered in ketchup. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and enjoy more lunches far away from Kyle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Looking to stay informed on the political issues that truly matter? I'm Dennis Sonar Green, inviting you to join me every weekday from 4 to 6 p.m. on WRMN for A Political Talk Show. WRMN, the talk of the town, is where you'll find clear, balanced analysis of the day's biggest news. We dig into the headlines, cutting through the noise to deliver the facts and insights you need to stay informed. Whether you're deeply into politics or just want to understand what's going on, this show offers the depth and perspectives that matter. Tune in every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on WRMN and be part of the conversation that's shaping our community. Let's navigate today's political landscape together on A Political Talk Show, only on WRMN, the talk of the town.
All right, we are back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, talk of the town. Hopefully everyone's enjoying the day so far. Thank you again, Maria, for joining us today. And I'm glad we're able to make this interview work out. It's so far so good. You enjoying yourself?
Absolutely. Awesome. But Matt, I have full disclosure.
Yes.
At 12:10, you're going to hear a bell go off because I'm currently on my lunch break.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. No. I'm at school, but there's going to be the buzzer for change of class, but I still am on my break. So just let your listeners know.
Okay. All righty. Sounds good. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, as an author, and I ask this always, of course, to all the authors, about writer's block. We've all been through it before. It happens. How do you get yourself out of that writer's block? What's a technique that you have to kind of help you to overcome that?
Okay, so this is going to sound really crazy, but I have constant noise in my head, like all the time. And I think a lot of creative people have that as well. It's going to sound crazy, but I have voices in my head, and those voices are ultimately my characters. So what's been happening to me a lot lately is because I have such an expansive world that I've created. I tend to hear voices from like characters that I have set and planned for other books. So if I get writer's block on what I'm currently working on, I step away from it for maybe a day or two. And I'll be like, okay, I need to just kind of like set this aside. Mm-hmm. And maybe I'll start like tuning into some of the other characters that I hear like kind of rambling in the background, and I kind of maybe flesh them out a little bit more. And then I'll get like my energy, my re-energy, to kind of focus back on what I am currently writing. So I just need to take a break. Like sometimes you just need a break, a mental break, a physical break, like step away from the computer type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And that break can also help you to find inspiration as well. I mean, you could be walking down the street and then you see something. It's like, oh, I got that inspiration. Have you had that before?
Oh yeah, and it happens all the time. Like as a teacher, I'll kind of key into some of my students' conversations, and I'm like, oh, that would make a really good storyline.
That's really cool.
7th graders are full of drama.
Yeah. So you teach 7th grade. You do teach a particular class?
I do. I teach English.
Nice.
And then I have one section of journalism that's 7th and 8th grade split.
Okay. Very nice. So you love what you do because, of course, as a writer, you love what you do and you're able to teach it to others as well, too. And I'm sure you've also given a lot of inspiration to your students and a lot of, life experience as well, too, so that they can take forth that. But also, for kids to be able to express themselves as well, too, and be able to write what they like to write as well. Mm-hmm. So that's really cool. So how do you incorporate your books at all in the class at all, or even just kind of even like little elements of it too, or you just kind of in general just of course share your writing elements to them?
Yeah, I mean, like I do, like every now and then I'll insert about the creative process, because sometimes as a teenager it is hard to get that flowing. So I do, tell them about my experiences and with writing, and I will bring up like certain parts of my books. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I don't talk about the adult stuff, but my young adult series, a lot of my students have actually read my young adult stuff, which is kind of cool. They'll like pull me out after class and be like, "Hey, da 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 da," and I'm like, "Okay, oh, the bell. Sorry."
That's okay. It's not picking up that much here, so you're good.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yep.
So yeah, so like they want to discuss it and they want to talk about it, and well, how did you get published? And so they get into all of that. So I do kind of throw it in there every now and then because I think it's good for them to see that as an example of, I can have this passion and I can actually do something with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever had a student or two come up to you and say, "Hey, you know what? I want to be a writer. Can you help me?"
Yes, I actually have. And actually kind of like years ago, a student of mine, 2 students, one was mine, but one wasn't, they co-wrote and they said, and they got it published. And I kind of like walked them through a lot of the steps. And my own daughter, she's 15, and I helped her get published as well. So awesome. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's good to see their little nuggets of ideas come to fruition.
Mm-hmm. That is really, really cool that you're able to inspire people like that. And I'm sure you also, again, get inspiration as well, too, from them.
Oh, I do. Absolutely. They more than they realize.
Yeah, that's really, really cool. So tell us a little bit more about your book series here. Are they all the same characters usually, or is it kind of a mixture of different, you get some characters coming in and some characters coming out, or they're all separate?
Okay, so with my Elf series and with my Angel series and with my Zombie series, those are complete trilogies. So it follows like 1, 2, 3, right? So it's same. In the Witches, some appear in some stories and some appear in others. Like it's a spattering.
Okay.
There's one character though. He's like the main character, the main witch, and he's in all of them.
Okay. Very cool. That's really cool. Have you, when writing these stories, you know what, actually, this is a question I haven't asked other authors before. Have you ever looked back at your writing and be like, oh, I could have, you like noticed something, you're like, oh, I wish I could have done that, took that direction of the story and.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's so funny that you asked that because in the Witch series, the Blood Witch, after I wrote book 1, I wrote book 2, and now I'm up to book 4, right? And I'm writing it, and I get this idea, and I'm like, oh my God, I wish I would have said la 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 in book 1 because I had like the perfect setup for something that I wanted to happen like later on. But I was able to do it because like I said, each book is a standalone. So I figured out a way to kind of work that idea that I wanted in book 1. It's going to show up in book 7. So that's kind of neat.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. I'm very excited about that.
That's cool, because then, when you write a series like that, when you do think of a new idea, you're like, oh, I could have used that there. You have that expansion where you're like, oh, I can then use it in the
right.
in the next.
Yeah,
book
I was able to manipulate it. Yeah.
Yeah, I always remember like in English class, because English was one of my favorite classes to take growing up, and I always remember like even writing stories and papers and stuff. It's like you look back and I'm like, oh, I could have done that. I could. So it's a never ending learning process too. It's not like, everything is always going to be like perfect and satisfying. There's always going to be those moments where it's like, oh, I could have done that differently. Or things like that too.
Exactly. Exactly.
But then, of course, you can always incorporate it into the future projects as well, too. Which brings me to this question. Do you have any other fun future projects outside of course, also your other book series?
Right now, no. As far as writing goes, I mean, I have ideas in my head, obviously, of where I maybe want to take everything like after I'm done with the 10 books. I'm in the middle of writing book 7 right now. Okay. So I really need to like buckle down and like focus on my witches because I got to get them done. After the witches, I'm thinking of maybe doing an anthology where I was thinking of going back to the world of my coal elves and doing like a short story kind of like anthology book. But that's, that's always something that's kind of like brewing in my mind. But as of now, I'm really locked in, as the kids say, on this one series. Yeah.
Yeah. That's very, very cool. And it's something to be proud of, too, when you're a writer and you're able to create these stories, but especially, too, when you're able to inspire people and you get that feedback from people saying, hey, I love the way that this character was able to develop in this story and how those things tied together with the plot and this plot hole and things like that, all those great things, too.
I even love it. When they say to me, I hate this character. Why did they do blah, blah, blah? Like that makes me like, oh, I did my job. Yeah. Like, I know, like, okay, I'm eliciting an emotion from a reader and that's kind of what every author wants to do. So I love that.
Yeah, that's good too. I forgot about that too. You got to have those mean, bad characters that you want to try to get people to hate. Yes. So yeah, that's very cool. Again, the writing process is just, it's fascinating to me. It's enjoyable. It's kind of can be a roller coaster at times too. But when the product is there and it's finished, it's very rewarding. And then you can also say, that I'm excited for the next thing as well too. So right. Very, very cool. Before we let you go, how can people find out more information about you?
Okay. So the easiest way, like I'm all over social media, TikTok and Instagram and all that fun stuff. But the easiest way to find me is my website, mariadevivo.com. You can also find me at my publisher, which you just had up before, which is fine. Four Horsemen Publications, right? So right now, check it. For the rest of the month, all the thriller books and all the spooky horror books are 25% off at Four Horsemen Publications. So if you're interested, you could go pick up something and, but for me, all my socials and stuff, mariadevivo.com.
Very cool. Oh, this is a really cool website.
Thank you.
Oh, very nice. Horror and dark fantasy author. Look at that. Very cool. You got some nice pictures here too.
Thank you.
Very, very cool.
I clean up well.
I love it. That's awesome. So folks, if you want to find out more information about her, mariadevivo.com is the website to go to. I want to thank you so much for being on here today with WRMN. I'm glad we were able to make it work out. And before I let you go, what would you say to folks out there who want to get started writing, but they don't know where to start?
Oh, just write. Just write. Just right. Like I talk to so many people and they're like, oh, I have an idea for a story, but there's no but. Just start. Putting something down on the paper is better than nothing on the paper. Yeah. Because you can't be a writer if you're not writing. Exactly. So just start writing.
Yep, absolutely. Hey, again, thank you so much for joining us here on WRMN. I'm looking forward to checking out your books and your website and getting involved in this too, as well as the many other authors out there that we've are planning on having here too. And yes, folks, don't forget 3 days left for the Four Horsemen Publications spooky sale. The spooky sale. That should be fun too. I want to thank you again for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day today.
Thank you. You too. It was so much fun. I appreciate you having me.
Awesome. Thanks again so much.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right. That was Maria DeVivo coming on live here to WRMN AM 1410. Had a wonderful interview there. If you want to check out more information on her, of course, you can check out her website or also check out, of course, fourhorsemanpublications.com. That is 4, the number 4, horsemanpublications.com for more information. Very, very cool. She's got a really, really cool website as well. You can check out media and past events, official merch, and author Funko Pops as well. Oh my goodness. She has a Funko Pop. How cool is that? That is awesome. Oh my goodness. So I'm definitely going to be checking this out here too. You can check out all the cool different series that she has as well. So feel free to view all that information. It's posted on her website. Very, very cool. Wow, that's awesome. That is really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. Stay tuned. We're going to take a little mini time out here. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410 here in just a bit, in a couple minutes. Stay tuned.
Thanks for listening to WRMN 1410. Don't forget to join us every day for our Comfort Keepers feature. Comfort Keepers is a leading provider of in-home non-medical care for seniors and other adults in need of assistance with daily activities. Again, listen daily at 7:25 a.m. for our Comfort Keepers feature. And thanks for listening.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for the... And there they go, almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff. Like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Roll into Bolero in Algonquin or Roselle and wake up with a story to tell. Bolero is bowling, gaming, dining, and nightlife with a twist. Score a sweet deal every day of the week and save big by checking out the daily deals online. Team up with your friends and hit the lanes by forming your own social club. Clubs offer lively competition and laid-back fun for everyone. From beginners to pros, make new friends, bowl, and hang out at a happening place. Visit Bolero.com.
Twins Gyros, located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, serves traditional gyros as well as its award-winning chicken gyros on a pita. Twin Gyros has a diverse menu that includes barbecue ribs, chicken dinners, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, cheeseburgers, and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Check out the full menu at twinsgyros.com. That's Twins Gyros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley. Talk of the Town. We hope you are enjoying the show so far. Thank you again to Maria DeVivo for joining us live here on WRMN AM 1410. You can find out more information at 4horsemanpublications.com. 3 days left for the super spooky special Steals of Deals. 25% off all horror, thriller, creepy books. Oh my goodness. Gonna be a good time. Yes, absolutely. So feel free to check that out. That is 4 Horseman Publications. or you can also check out her website, Maria DeVivo, DEVIVO.com. You can find that information posted there. Again, you're listening to WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town, broadcasting live here from downtown Elgin, serving the Fox River Valley. Now, what I wanted to do here is go through, you know what, I think what I'll do is I'll talk about a place here that kind of caught my eye the other day. So, I ran back here after getting a sip of coffee. Okay. So, I was, of course, at the party yesterday at Dean's house. It was very nice for Larry, and it was definitely a good time. Now, I went home I took 20 to get home. So, I took 20 to get home from the location. And I had noticed out of the corner of my eye when I was riding onto 20, driving onto 20, a cafe. And this cafe is called Dino's Cafe. And I thought to myself, oh my goodness, how interesting is that? That it was just at Dino's for Larry's party. And I see this cafe, Dino's Cafe. So I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, I'm going to have to talk about it as well here too. So this is called Dino's Cafe. It's at 171 East Lake Street in Bloomingdale. So that's in Bloomingdale there. And again, not too, it's off 20 there as well. You'll find it on East Lake Street in Bloomingdale. So nice little place to go to. And I just noticed it and I was like, I've got to talk about this because that's really, really cool. So let's talk a little bit about it. Here's what the logo looks like if you're watching on YouTube right now. This nice little logo called Dino's Cafe, DINO''S Cafe. It's breakfast and lunch. Now, what they do is they strive to meet and exceed your expectations by bringing you the highest quality of food and creative culinary offerings in a pleasant and relaxing atmosphere. So I wanted to talk a little bit about this with you. And this is in Bloomingdale. So if we take a look at the outside of the place, it's a nice place to go to. They're open daily from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. is when they're open. And the interior design of the place, it's a nice, simple design there. You've got the nice color scheme. Again, a nice, simple cafe to enjoy some good food, breakfast and or lunch. And of course, here at WRMN, we like to take you out to lunch, talking about some great places to get some great food, and of course, fun activities to do along the way as well. So it's a nice, simple little cafe to go to here in Bloomingdale. And they also have some beautiful outdoor seating as well, too, which I'm sure is still open. The weather's still pretty nice here. So that's another thing, too, with cafes and restaurants. You still have some time to do some great outdoor eating and mingling as well, shooting the breeze outside. And I tell you, sometimes the food really does taste better when you eat it outdoors on a beautiful sunny day. So this is, again, Dino's Cafe. It's located in Bloomingdale. And I thought this is a cute little place to talk about. Popular breakfast and brunch place that offers old school American diner fare, from pancakes to even some homemade style meatloaf. Now, they're open daily from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., so that's when they're open. And they do have a kids menu as well, too. Now, if you go to their website, it is Dino's Cafe, DINOS, cafe.biz, B-I-Z. Sometimes they have the .biz as like a business website. So a nice, simple website to check out here. They've been in the Bloomingdale area since 2009. Their mission is to provide high-quality food at the lowest costs possible, too. So, again, that information is found on their website. So you can try their breakfast and lunch, or even some of their delicious house specialties. So, well, let's take a look here and see, and I'll show you the map here as well, too. So, again, this is where it's located at 171 East Lake Street in Bloomingdale. But let's hop into their menu, see what they have to offer. Let's see. So their menu, trying to pull it up. There we go. So they've got their breakfast, lunch, house specialties, kids, desserts, and beverages as well. For starters, you can try their omelets. They offer different cuisines when it comes to the omelets. Of course, different ingredients as well, how you might like it. A meat lover's omelet is the way to go for me. That's to my heart's liking. You can try the combo meals called Dino's Combos, served with hash browns or fresh fruit or cottage cheese, choice of toast, pancakes, or French toast. So you can get a nice chopped steak with 3 eggs, That sounds delicious. A nice steak and eggs is definitely a little bit more of the fancier way to go. But if you do like something a little bit more, Greek or Mediterranean, they've got gyros and 3 eggs. You can do that as well. If you like it a little bit more country style, they've got country fried chicken breast with 3 eggs. You can even do pork chops as well. So very nice. You can try their exceptional entrees as well, too. Many different ways to have your eggs. They have their sizzling skillets, so you can do like a Denver skillet, a Mexicana, a Venetian as well, too. You can try that. The Venetian style. Meat lovers, they've got their skirt steak, chicken breast, and more. You can also try their different Benedict's specials. They have their Belgian waffles as a breakfast option. They have crepes, so you can try their crepes. A taffy apple crepe with warm caramel sauce. Sounds pretty good with chopped peanuts and cinnamon apples. Oh my goodness, that sounds like a very good fall dish to enjoy for a nice breakfast. You can also enjoy something a little bit more simple, including oatmeal and yogurt. If you like a nice oatmeal and yogurt, you can enjoy that too. And that's just their breakfast menu. French toast. They've got slides and extras. A whole list here. And again, I'm just talking about their breakfast menu. The lunch menu does also offer a lot of good things as well. So for lunch, you can try signature sandwiches. They've got their triple-decker club sandwiches, low-calorie plates as well, too. Hot sandwiches, fresh and hot paninis and wraps, burgers, salads. And, of course, you can't go wrong. Got to check out the dessert as well. Can't forget about that. Rice pudding, banana split, ice cream, and pecan rolls. So you get a lot of good options here. And they also have a nice kids menu there too. And you can even check out some of their dinner specialties, all on their website, dinoscafe.biz is where you're going to find that information. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN here in just a little bit.
This is WRMN News.
More than 21 million Americans have cast their ballots in early and mail-in voting. Georgia is one of the several swing states breaking early voting records, and so is North Carolina. News Nation's Anna Koyman reports.
Both Democratic and Republican campaigns encouraging voters to cast their ballots ahead of Election Day. That way they can spend their resources on turning out less energized voters and undecided voters. Democrats have encouraged early voting for years to help bank votes. It weakens the probability of busy schedules, sickness, or weather worries keeping people away from the polls. Republicans have been giving mixed signals about early voting, with Trump previously offering concerns of mail-in ballots in particular. Today, Trump seems to give a full-throated endorsement.
For WRMN News, I'm Dennis Green.
Anderson Humane has been the leading animal welfare organization in Elgin for years. This holiday season, they're focusing on bringing you custom pet ornaments. For $25 at their website, ahconnects.org, you submit your favorite picture, which will turn out to be a powerful celebration of your furry friend. Thanks to a generous donation from one of their supporters, they're offering custom ornaments engraved with your pet's image. The limited time offer includes an approximately 4-inch around wooden ornament. Instructions for submission will be emailed upon receipt of the purchase. Pickup will be at the Anderson Humane St. Charles office. Anderson Humane on their website gave a special thanks to Janet and John Mendel of Urbanshire Enterprises for donating 100% of proceeds to Anderson Humane. The portraits must be uploaded digitally as they are laser etched into the wood. They even have options for paying with cash or check. WRMN News, I'm Ben Boquist, produced in Studio 14 by the River Media Network.
Do you own an annuity, either fixed rate, indexed, or variable? Are you paying high fees and getting low returns? If so, Annuity General would like you to have this free book to learn the pitfalls and mistakes of buying an annuity. The Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers contains the little-known truths about annuities, like how to help reduce your fees and increase retirement income. And it's free. That's right, free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report just for calling. We researched over 1,000 annuities and summarized rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. You get Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and the Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling Annuity General today. Hurry, supplies are limited. Call now.
800-760-1845. 800-760-1845.
800-760-1845. That's 800-760-1845.
This is Darian D. Silk Sims, the general manager of American Silk Radio. Are you looking for a place to broadcast your podcast? What about being on the airwaves? Well, this is the perfect place for you. We have incredible audio engineers that will do the heavy lifting that will help you to bring your dream to a reality. If you're ready to take a crack at being a podcast radio superstar, send us an email to americansilkradio@gmail.com. That's americansilkradio@gmail.com. Let us help make you a star, where it's always all silk all the time.
WRMN says thank you to all of our local veterans, like Jerry Christofferson of True Patriots Care.
We had the 1,700 flags up across from the wall. That's how many POWs and MIAs from Vietnam are still missing. Plus, we do veterans and first responders funerals.
Yeah.
And so if you ever drive by a funeral home or a church or a cemetery and you see the flags, you know a soldier died today.
Go to TruePatriotsCare.com for more information. And veterans, thank you for your service to our country.
Welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We hope you are enjoying the show so far. We are already at 11:30 here, so we've been about hour and a half already here into Out to Lunch. We're seeing here the sun is shining. We're seeing the temperature staying kind of in the 50s and the 60s today, so it's definitely very fall-esque weather outside. Not even really fall-esque, it is fall weather out because it's the fall time. It's the autumn time. Do you say autumn or do you say fall? I kind of say both. I don't know. I say both. Whatever you like to say. Autumn, fall, the season of change, the season of Samhain, you know, whatever, however you'd like. Hallows Eve, the season of the Hallows Eve, however you might like to say it. But it's definitely fall weather outside today. We've got a little bit of a breeze. The leaves are definitely they're continuing to change and they're starting to continue to fall down as well. Been noticing already some bare trees already. But this is definitely the time to really soak it in because it doesn't last very long. It's the season of change. The colors are, of course, absolutely phenomenal. And it's only lasts a certain amount of time. It always seems to go by so fast, the fall time, the autumn season. So it's good to soak it in while you can. If you have time to go outside, step outside, enjoy the weather, and enjoy the beauty of nature as well, too, before the trees get bare and it gets nice, and then it gets icy and cold and snowy. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I actually do like the snow. I like the nice, soft landscapes of snow. It's not that pretty when it gets kind of dirty, though. When it's the dirty snow, you know, it's kind of in the roads. Then it's like, But nonetheless, still, definitely time to be grateful, of course, and to enjoy as well. Let's take a look here. I know usually around this time is the National Day calendar. I will go through the National Day calendar today. It'll just be a little bit more condensed, which is totally fine. I wanted to talk about another place here. This is a cutesy little coffee and tea place to go to, and it is right along the Fox River. Yes. So I wanted to talk about this place here. It's called Limestone Coffee and Tea. Now, Limestone Coffee and Tea is your place to go to when it comes to some casual, independent coffee with premium espresso drinks, including also smoothies and baked goods too. So not only can you get coffee and teas, you can also get smoothies as well. So if you are not a coffee drinker, if you're not a tea drinker, or maybe you are and you feel it for a smoothie, they've got it there for you. And also some delicious baked goods. Now, they're located at 8W Wilson Street, so 8 West Wilson Street in Batavia is where they're located. And I'll pull up the maps here, too, so you can see it. A nice little cafe located right along, right where the Fox River is. It's right near Batavia Main Street, as well as Sturdy Shelter Brewing. It's on West Wilson Street. Is where you're going to be able to find that. If you take South Randall Road, if you're going on to South Randall Road, you'll be able to take West Wilson Street. So if you're going, well, it depends on the direction you're going. If you're coming from Elgin, Geneva, around that area, I'm sorry. Yeah. So if you're coming from like the Elgin area, you'll be able to it'll be going down south, and then you'll make a left onto West Wilson Street, and then you'll be able to find it there. It's not too far away. So it's Limestone Coffee and Tea. It's right by Pal Joey's, as well as Batavia Creamery, and some other places there as well too. So it's right kind of within that downtown area. It's Limestone Coffee, beautiful place to go to. You get some delicious coffee drinks and also some nice little bakery goods too. So let's take a look at their website. Kind of bring it up here. This is limestonebatavia.com. They are open daily, it looks like here. So we'll start off here. Let's see. They're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, they're open 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. So it's 6 a.m. to 1 p.m. So they're open every day starting at 6 a.m. And then Monday through Thursday during the week, they're open until 1. And then they have extended hours until 3 p.m., an extra 2 hours per day, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So let's take a look here. And the outside is a cute little place to go to. So if you're looking here in the downtown area, it's right along here, West Wilson Street. There is the Red Hive. There is there's a couple little stores around the area too. So it's kind of blended in with the buildings here, but it's a nice little place. It's called Limestone Coffee and Tea. Nice little place to go to. They have a cute little outdoor seating, simple outdoor seating to enjoy on the nicer days. Definitely. So let's take a look at their website, see what they've got to offer. So taking a look here, nice operated business. The interior design of it too is definitely kind of a vintage design, which I like. It's got kind of a 70s style of color scheme, I would say. They have some of those kind of like, I wouldn't say they're, well, yeah, they are. Well, yeah, I was going to say they're like lime color, and it's called limestone. So that makes sense. Duh. They have like lime colored velvet chairs, which are pretty cool. I actually like that color. I think that's kind of a nice color, especially if you want like a vintage look. They've got some browns in there too when it comes to their color scheme. And then you can take a look at their list. So they do have coffees and espressos, so you can try their drip coffee, cold brew. I love a nice cold brew, cappuccino, Americano. They even do have their complete list of their signature lattes. They're called Limestone Signature Lattes. And what you'd have to do is you would have to actually physically stop by to see the complete list. So it's only available in person when you go in person. Or maybe it's available online here too. Maybe someone did take pictures of it as well. Actually, you know what? Yeah. You can find it on like Instagram and Facebook and stuff. But if you want to physically go in person to see the whole list, you'll be able to do that by going in person. Now, they do offer tea. So they offer tea. You can try their hot tea, iced tea, chai, matcha. They have something called the London Frog. What is that? I've never heard of that before. London Frog. Tea drink. It's called the London Frog Tea Latte. Sometimes referred to as the London Frog Earl Grey Latte or Tea Latte. The formula is pretty simple. Earl Grey tea, steamed and frothed milk and flavorings, usually in the form of a syrup. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the London Frog tea is like a regular Earl Grey tea. You get the vanilla flavoring. Sometimes raw honey is optional, or lavender, and then a milk of choice. So it's really, it's like a lot. It's like a, it's just like a regular black tea with like cream in it, which of course is a very British thing to do. It's, I mean, I have ancestors that came from Bermuda, which is part of Britain, and that's how they drank their tea. Is they usually had it with cream. But they drank it from the saucer itself, not from the cup. They would mix it in the cup, pour it in the saucer, and drink it from the saucer. So kind of interesting. But yeah, they always had their tea with creamer. So that's kind of how it is. It's definitely a British style there. It's called the London Fog Tea. I am so sorry. I said London Frog. I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I saw frog. You know what? I know why. Because I was thinking of this green color. That's why. I don't know. It happens to me. Sometimes I'm thinking of a color and then the words come out wrong, and, you know, I don't know. But yeah, I keep thinking about this green color. It's a nice color if you like a nice vintage look. But anyways, it's called the London Fog. I'm sorry, it's not the London Frog. It's the London Fog. But who knows? Maybe I just inspired someone out there to make a drink called the London Frog, right? Or maybe a candy or something. They also do offer Arnold Palmer's there too. They do have a kids list there too. You can try for the kids, if you want a nice sweet treat, a cotton candy milkshake. Yes, they have a cotton candy milkshake here at Limestone in Batavia. You can do a nice lemonade, Italian soda, orange creamsicle milkshake, fruit smoothies, flavored steamers, and house-made hot cocoa for the chillier weather as well too. So good, nice list there. You can also check out their baked goods. They offer muffins, including coffee cake, blueberry muffins, pumpkin, banana, and chocolate chip. You can try their cookies or even their energy bars as well. You can try their breakfast, including bagels. You can try bagels with Parmesan, everything on it, blueberry, plain bagels, cream cheese, butter, or even a vegan spread too. They do offer gluten-free and vegan options here as well. So they serve non-dairy, vegan, and gluten-free options daily as well too. So if you would like those different alternatives, if you like maybe having almond milk or oat milk, coconut milk, things like that too, they do offer those. So feel free to check out their website. It's called limestonebatavia.com. It's a very simply put together website so that you can experience more in person too. I wonder if that's a tactic that they did. It's kind of a branding that they did. It's very simple. Their website's very simple. So maybe they're like, hey, this website is informational. Come on by to see it all in action in person too. So check out their website. Again, it's limestonebatavia.com. Cute little place to go to get some good little baked goods. And you can even find more information and some pictures on enjoyaurora.com too. So again, nice little simple cafe to get some good good conversations in. Maybe you want to sit and you want to do some work as well too. Lots of people, I mean, at cafes, they like to go to little cozy cafes and do some work as well too. That's always fun. You know, when you're able to go to a cafe, you're able to maybe read a good book, you know, be able to do some work on your laptop. Was one thing that I always loved doing, especially like, well, just in general, like on the weekends, what I always like to do is, and it's not there anymore, but Spring Hill Mall used to have Barnes & Noble. I always loved to just get a coffee, sit and maybe read a couple, maybe like read a little book, or I'd bring my laptop and do genealogy, which was always fun too. Coffee and ancestry. Just kind of doing some research while sipping on a nice cup of coffee, maybe having a little pastry. Simple things like that in life can definitely make a difference. And if you're an author, hey, great way to get some inspiration as well too, by sitting in a nice place and just doing some brainstorming. Sometimes that cup of coffee or tea can definitely help you get ready for your day also. So check out their website. Again, that's Limestone Coffee, it's limestonebatavia.com, limestonebatavia.com. For more information. They are also on Facebook and also on Instagram as well. So if you'd like to keep up to date with them, check that out too. They had some of their staff was dressed up in, the baristas were dressed up for Halloween too. So very, very cool. So check it out. More information can be found on Facebook and also their website. The time is 11:46 already here. We're going to take another quick time out. When we come back, we'll kind of finish up the hour here, just talking a little bit about the National Day calendar and seeing what we have today to celebrate, recognize, and to enjoy. So stay tuned for that. Of course, when we get into the 12 o'clock hour, we'll talk about local happenings, what's happening within the Fox River Valley. And then don't forget, at about 12:30 or so, we'll be doing Tradio. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
By popular demand, Universal Circus is in Chicago for an extra 2 weeks with a Halloween spooktacular. Scary monsters in the haunted lobby, spine-chilling surprises, and cash prizes for the best-dressed kid. And this weekend is Kids Free Weekend. Buy an adult ticket and get a kid's ticket for free. Make the short trip to Chi-Town for shows until October 27th. Be there if you dare.
Twin Zeros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. Twin Zeros Restaurant in Harwood Heights not only serves traditional gyros, but also has chicken gyro sandwiches. Twin Zeros also serves a variety of sandwiches ranging from cheeseburgers and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame, Italian beef, Italian sausage, and combo sandwiches, to ethnic favorites such as Slovaki and Grecian chicken. Slovaki is shish kebabs, specifically chicken or pork shish kebabs, grilled to perfection, served on a warm pita with tomatoes, onions, and our homemade tzatziki sauce. You can also enjoy barbecue ribs served every day. Twins is open 7 days a week and also delivers locally. Located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights. Check out the full menu at twinzeros.com. That's twinzeros.com.
Thanks for listening to WRMN 1410. Don't forget to join us every day for our Comfort Keepers feature. Comfort Keepers is a leading provider of in-home non-medical care for seniors and other adults in need of assistance with daily activities. Again, listen daily at 7:25 a.m. for our Comfort Keepers feature. And thanks for listening.
Michael Brown, former Undersecretary of Homeland Security and Director of FEMA, is your new full-time host of The Weekend, which airs every Saturday from 4 to 7 p.m. right here on WRMN. Each week on the popular 3-hour program, Brown offers listeners a fresh take on the weekend talk with his provocative insights into current events, politics, and culture. So late in the day on Saturday, make it a point to catch The Weekend with Michael Brown right here on WRMN, AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
The new novel, titled DUI Jury Trial, is the true story of two lawyers who defend a truck driver who is charged with DUI. If he's convicted, this truck driver faces a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a truck again. This 3-year legal battle culminates in a courtroom showdown, which involves the testimony of a DUI expert witness. This book, DUI Jury Trial, is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410. We got about 10 minutes or so left here of this second hour of Out to Lunch with WRMN. Voice of the Valley, talk of the town. Now, of course, if you'd like to take a look at our website, we are WRMN, AM 1410, WRMN1410.com online. Don't forget, you can watch us live on YouTube.com at WRMN Radio. Like I always say, if you'd like to hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell, you can always keep up to date and in the loop with what's happening here in the Fox River Valley and also what's happening with WRMN, celebrating 75 years of community broadcasting. Don't forget, also, you can take a look at our app. It's available for download on Google Play for Samsung and also on the App Store for Apple users as well, too. So you'll be able to find it. It's under Online Radio Box Radio Player. Again, that's Online Radio Box Radio Player is where you're going to be able to find that. You'll be able to install it as well, too. About 5 million plus downloads for this app. Pretty cool for the Online Radio Box Radio Player. And of course, it's also available in the App Store. You can find it for iPads and also for the iPhones as well, too. So pretty easy to use. With the touch of a button, you can listen to us anywhere. Very nice. So again, feel free to check out our website, WRMN1410.com. Let's take a look at the National Day calendar. We got a couple things listed today on National Day calendar. One pretty big one here is, we got they're all a couple of different ones that are pretty good. One of them is National Chocolate Day. Oh my goodness, for all the chocolatiers, all the chocolate lovers out there, today's a day to celebrate. Yes, it is a day recognizing today as one of the world's most favorite and tastiest treats. While many specific chocolate-related holidays exist throughout the year, National Chocolate Day celebrates all things chocolate. Yum. Chocolate earns its day in the honor of being America's favorite flavor. Some sources designate July 7th or December 28th as Chocolate Day or International Chocolate Day as well. Now, it comes from the seed of the tropical Theobroma cacao tree, I think it's how it's pronounced. Humans have been cultivating this cacao for at least 3 millennia. It's been around for a while. The plant grows in Mexico, Central America, and northern South America. Historians have documented the earliest known use of these seeds from around 1100 BC. Now, the intense bitter taste of the cocoa requires the bean to be fermented to develop the flavor. So that, of course, also happens. And then they, add other, sweeteners and things like that too, sugar and stuff. Once fermented, the beans are dried, and then what happens is then they are cleaned and then roasted. Now, after roasting, the shell is removed to produce the nibs. They are then ground into cocoa mass, which is then the pure chocolate in rough form. The cocoa mass is usually liquefied, then molded with or without other ingredients. At this point in the process, it is called chocolate liqueur. Not liqueur. I don't think. Liqueur? I don't know. Anyways, liquid, chocolate liquid. It is then processed into the two components, cocoa solids and cocoa butter. Now, you can enjoy a nice sweet chocolate as we think, of course, for Halloween and the Halloween season here coming up in a couple days. This Thursday is Halloween. Pretty exciting. You can try sweet chocolate, which includes cocoa butter or other fat and sugar, milk chocolate, white chocolate, or even dark chocolate. Now, the older I've gotten, the more I actually prefer dark chocolate. I prefer a little bit more of the bitter taste in comparison to when I was younger with the sweet chocolate taste. Don't get me wrong. I do like sweet chocolate. I like, a nice Hershey's, traditional Hershey's. I don't eat a lot of sweets very much. Really, the thing I have is coffee, is iced coffee. Really. But yeah, I do like having chocolate here and there. Nice milk chocolate. I do like white chocolate. And also, again, I'd say my favorite is really the like dark chocolate, I would say. Some of them are like 75%. Some of them I think are more like 85 or something like that. I do like around more of the 75, where it's not completely bitter, but there is a little bit of there is bitterness to it, but also a little bit of sweetness as well too. So how to observe the National Chocolate Day today? Well, easy. Get some chocolate. Make some chocolate cookies. Get some chocolate from the store. Fannie Mae has some good chocolates. There's lots of different places that you can get chocolates. You can make your own chocolate candies if you'd like. You can watch Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, whichever version you like. If you like the 1971, get that one, try that one out, or also the 2005 Tim Burton version, whichever one you like. I like both. When I was younger, I preferred the 2005 version, but I like them pretty much equally now. I have met the actress who played Veruca and the actor that played Mike TV in person. It was at a Zirco event. Very nice. Yes, the actress Julie Doncola was not a brat. Although she did say to me, well, sometimes I can be, she goes. So that was pretty funny. But yeah, pretty cool. I like both movies. They're very well done, both of them, in their own unique manners too. So very cool. I've never seen the new Willy Wonka one, the Wonka with Timothy Chalamet. I haven't seen that one yet. And then we'll see if there's that one in the works with the unknown, that event. Oh my goodness. Took social media by storm was that in the summertime? I don't know. Anywho, so it's Chocolate Day today. Happy Chocolate Day. Get outside and enjoy some good chocolate. Another day recognized today as well is Internal Medicine Day. It's National Internal Medicine Day today, recognizing the impact of approximately 300,000 internal medicine physicians on October 28th. Internal medicine physicians, also known as internists, are the cornerstone of comprehensive health care. They are experts in complexity who sees every connection in the adult human body. They serve, lead, and protect in a variety of different settings. Their expertise is vital to patients, medical professionals, and also healthcares as well too. So definitely a day to recognize. Some of the internal medicine physicians also pursue additional training, including cardiology, endocrinology, gastroenterology, rheumatology, as well as infectious disease as well there too. So internal medicine physicians have made significant contributions to the healthcare industry, both in public and private sectors. Some notable contributions include Nobel Prize winners, groundbreaking HIV/AIDS research, development and innovations in treating chronic illnesses, and so much more. So it's definitely a day to also recognize as well too. So there you go. Very nice. We have a couple other days here too I do want to talk about, and of course recognize of importance as well too. So stay tuned for that. When we come back from the break, I'll talk about just a couple other things here too with the National Day. And then we'll hop into what's happening around the Fox River Valley. Then around 12:34 or so, we've got our Tradio segment. If you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, that'll be the time to call in to the 847-931-1410 number, or also through the Image 360 number at 505-926-1410. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN here in just a bit.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. Year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells.
Twins Gyros, located at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, serves traditional gyros as well as its award-winning chicken gyros on a pita. Twin Gyros has a diverse menu that includes barbecue ribs, chicken dinners, Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, cheeseburgers, and Vienna beef hot dogs that have recently been inducted into the Vienna Beef Hot Dog Hall of Fame. Check out the full menu at twinsgyros.com. That's Twins Gyros at 4870 North Harlem Avenue in Harwood Heights, Illinois.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 12 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Cintas. Fall leaf collection begins today in Elgin. As you prepare to tidy up your yards, remember that waste management has done away with the need for stickers on yard waste during this season. Leaves and other yard waste must be bagged and placed curbside by 6 a.m. on your regular garbage pickup day in Elgin. Elgin residents are advised to anticipate traffic delays today as a solemn event is honoring U.S. Army Corporal Eravito Ortiz. The funeral procession for Corporal Ortiz, a Korean War soldier recently accounted for after 74 years, will commence at 12:30 today following a service at St. Mary's Catholic Church. The procession will travel through several main roads and concluding at Bluff City Cemetery. Elgin residents should note a temporary disruption today as the city upgrades its financial management system. Online payment services will not be available from 4 to 7 p.m. today. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
Imagine your team always looking and feeling their best in high-performance technical workwear. Cintas can make it happen. They have garments for almost every job imaginable. And with the Cintas Workwear program, you get freshly laundered garments delivered every week for everyone on your team. Great garments without the bother of laundry. That's a real perk for employees. Find out how Cintas can boost team image and morale. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
I feel like I'm constantly cleaning hair off my bathroom floor. At least my Swiffer Sweeper makes it easy. Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths have ultra-thick pads to trap and lock hairs, like a hair magnet. And when I'm finished cleaning up my hair, Sweeper takes care of his too. Now the hair's gone, all thanks to Swiffer. Try Swiffer Sweeper heavy-duty dry cloths. I promise you'll love them or your money back. And also try Swiffer Sweeper Wet to make quick work of tough, sticky messes.
This is Larry Jones, and I'd like to talk to you about my bank, American Eagle Bank in South Elgin. Has your bank changed names in the last 10 years? Is your bank another faceless branch with headquarters in another city? Are you tired of earning next to nothing on your savings account or certificates of deposit? Or does your personal banker treat you like a stranger? If you answered yes to any of those questions, then you're ready for a new banking experience, and American Eagle is the place for you. American Eagle is a locally owned independent bank that's rooted in the community, and American Eagle customers are greeted by name and treated with the respect that they deserve. American Eagle has an innovative program, Eagle Savings, that teaches your children to save while earning prizes and rewards. American Eagle offers great rates on certificates of deposit. My bank is located in South Elgin on Randall Road between the Target and Caputo's and is open Monday through Saturday. Give them a call at 847-742-7400 and a real person will answer the phone. American Eagle Bank, a place where you matter.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. NBA tonight, the 1-2 Bulls visit the 2-1 Grizzlies. Chicago coming off a 114-95 home loss against Oak City. On the ice, the Blackhawks visit the Avalanche tonight. Chicago 2-6-1, Colorado 5-4-0. They held on for a 5-4 win last night at home over Ottawa. The Commanders beat the Bears 18-15 Sunday. Chicago drops to 0-3 away from home, 4-3 overall. Their 3-game winning streak came to an end. Quarterback Caleb Williams, 10 of 24 passing, 131 yards, no touchdowns. DeAndre Swift and Rashawn Johnson rushed for scores. Williams struggled, completing 4 of his first 16 passes. It was a matchup of rookie quarterbacks with Jaden Daniels battling through an injury to the win. He was 21 of 38 for 326 yards.
Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive.
I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Moments like making my kids my famous meatballs mean a lot to me. But after being diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer, or MBC, which is breast cancer that has spread to other parts of the body, they mean even more. I take Ibrance, palbociclib.
Ibrance 125 milligram tablets with an aromatase inhibitor is for adults with HR-positive, HER2-negative MBC as the first hormonal-based therapy. Ask your doctor about Ibrance and visit Ibrance.com. Ibrance may cause low white blood cell counts that may lead to serious infections. Ibrance may cause severe inflammation of the lungs. Both of these can lead to death. Tell your doctor right away if you have new or worsening symptoms, including trouble breathing, shortness of breath, cough, or chest pain. Before taking Ibrance, tell your doctor if you have fever, chills, or other signs of infection, liver or kidney problems, are or plan to become pregnant, or are breastfeeding. Common side effects include low red blood cell and low platelet counts, infections, tiredness, nausea, sore mouth, abnormalities in liver blood tests, diarrhea, hair thinning or loss, vomiting.
B-Lux Bar and Grill, Wisconsin Dells, is the quintessential American grill and bar, with refined rustic cuisine and award-winning libations. Their honest, feel-good food menu is complemented by a beer list to satisfy every taste. Classic cocktails and our signature shakes, rich and creamy with a splash of boozy goodness just to shake things up a little bit. B-Lux Grill and Bar, classic American cuisine with a contemporary twist. Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN. Pardon me, AM 1410. It's a beautiful sunny day outside today. Hey, folks, go outside, enjoy the weather. We've got a little bit of a breeze, beautiful sunny skies. Happy Monday. It's in the 60s. Very nice weather outside today. So if you have a chance, step outside and enjoy the beauty of this fall season, which isn't over yet, but we're getting out of October already here as we head on into November, and then we get into December. I say burr because it's going to get cold. So enjoy this beautiful weather while you can. And not to say that there isn't going to be more beautiful weather to come in the future, even when it is very chilly and icy and cold, there's still beautiful sunny days outside. But this is my favorite time of the year. I love, of course, the fall time, the season of change. And it's something to embrace, to look forward to continue on to enjoy. while we can, of course. So let's continue on here. I'm going to touch base a little bit more with the National Day calendar, and then we'll go through what's happening in the area as well. I got a couple places I wanted to talk about here too. So I also want to announce here too, today is National First Responders Day. That's awesome. So I want to say thank you, of course, to all the first responders out there. A day to honor, of course, the men and women who are there to help. They're here to act quickly when an emergency is at hand. And they dedicate their lives to saving lives, of course. I mean, they're the people who run towards a crisis when the rest of the world flees the crisis. And according to the Department of Homeland Security, 4.6 million career and volunteer first responders support the communities where they live. They're firefighters, police, emergency medical technicians, paramedics, and 911 operators. In an emergency, they're the first on the scene. They dedicate these dedicated professionals. They answer the call when a crisis arises, often putting their own lives on the line too. Nothing is ever for certain. Nothing is ever where they are like, I know exactly how it's going to go. There's always a possibility it can turn around and not go the way it's planned. So serving today, of course, is a national day really of gratitude as well too, paying tribute to their endless hours of around-the-clock service. And it doesn't have to, of course, be just today, and it shouldn't be. It should be every day that we thank first responders, of course, as well too. According to the CDC, 97 firefighters and 155 police officers die each year in the line of duty. Additionally, their rate of occupational injury is higher than the national average. Often the very people saving our lives and our neighborhoods, friends, and family members are them. They're the very people saving us. And their families know the price they pay for their dedication to the job as well, too. So even though they're an integral part of our communities, their sacrifices go beyond the hours that they work too. Really daily, they go through stress. And it's also, a day to recognize also military and public works as well here too. Thank you, Dean, for mentioning that. Yes, military and public works as well also. So it's a day call for action, first responders, as well as, again, military and public works. They deserve our support. They do. Through resources and awareness, they can, first responders can live healthier, more productive lives and pass the knowledge and skills on to the next generation for other first responders out there too. So same goes for, of course, the public works and also those in the military as well too. So let's have a day, of course, to have the opportunity to recognize them in your life, even if you're just saying hi. Along the street, if you're seeing them, say wave or, shake their hand, say thank you for your service and everything that you do. Because without them, we wouldn't be living in the country that we live in. I'm not getting political about it, but you know what I mean? It's definitely a day to recognize and to support, of course, as well too. So the day in history back in 2019, the United States Senate passed a resolution designated to October 28th as National First Responders Day to honor the men and women who put their lives on the line. Additionally, many states have proclaimed this day as the day recognized in observance on different dates throughout the year, though, as well too. Of course, we've got, America's First Responders Fest that we did have back in September. And that day was when we actually ended up honoring all, of course, who put their lives on the line to keep people safe as well too. So not just first responders, but again, also the public works and also military as well too. So we want to thank everyone, of course, out there for everything that you do, because it's not an easy job. And it's something that I don't think most of us would be able to do. So we thank you so much for that, graciously, of course. So thank you. So that is a day recognized today on National Day calendar and also National Today as well, too. Some other days that are also recognized today. We did talk about National Chocolate Day today as well. It is October Bank Holiday is another day recognized today, October Bank Holiday. It's usually observed on the last Monday in October. People enjoy bank holidays since it is a public holiday that provides them with a long weekend to kind of just unwind, right? Unwind, take part in one of the many ongoing events. It has been observed actually since 1977. Great time for individuals, to spend time with their families. Take a little break, of course. You know, we're getting into out of October into November, and it's important to spend time with family and friends, especially as we get to the holiday seasons as well, too. So that's kind of a nice little setup there to get you ready for the holiday spirit as well, too. Today's also Plush Animal Lovers Day. Yes, for all the people out there that love stuffed animals, from toddlers to adults, plushie collectors. It's a holiday dedicated to celebrating your favorite childhood friend, memory keeper, playmate, of course, too. So I did have a favorite stuffed animal growing up. It was a hippo named Hippie, and my brother Ryan had his Thai bear, you know, the company Thai, the bear, and it was an American flag bear, American bear, named him Boo Boo. And he looks nothing like how he did at first because he's been loved so much, thrown into lamps, thrown onto roofs, and buried and all that stuff. So, yeah, he definitely is. He's loved. He is not, he's been washed many, many times, and there's still, he's no longer, no longer like white in him, and the stuffed animal that my brother has, it's gray because of all the years he's been loved. So, yeah. So those are some days recognized today. We've got also some famous birthdays today. Bill Gates' birthday is today. Happy birthday. Caitlyn Jenner, as well as Frank Ocean's. And then there's some other one. Joaquin Phoenix's birthday is today, too. He just did that a second Joker movie, too, with Lady Gaga. So pretty cool. That was ended up being a musical. So if you want to check out more information, this and more can be found on nationalday.com, nationaldaycalendar.com, or also nationaltoday.com. You can also go on there too. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town, and we'll continue on talking a little bit more about what are some fun things to do for Halloween. We've got some cool places, fun events coming up here. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in just a bit.
Now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his CDL, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended the case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety tests as well as the breathalyzer test. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcript from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
Garibaldi's Italian Eatery offers Italian dishes, subs, kids menus, and their delicious pizza. The foundation of a great pizza starts with the crust. Garibaldi's crust is crunchy at the bottom, airy in the middle, and perfect every time. The finest ingredients are used to give their pizza this exquisite crust and wonderful taste. Dine at either of the Garibaldi's 2 locations in Hoffman Estates and Arlington Heights. Free party rooms are available too. Visit Garibaldis.com today.
In our household, we put family first. I'm Dan Ugasti. Right now, Illinois families are suffering with rising property taxes and grocery bills, along with communities that are less safe. Keeping family members from moving out of Illinois isn't easy. As your state representative, I'm working to be a voice of reason in a time of extremism. That means I'm focusing on the issues that unite us, bringing down property taxes, creating opportunities, and controlling government spending. I'm Dan Ugasti, and I'd be honored to have your vote.
Paid for by Citizens for Dan Ugasti.
What makes a great pizza restaurant? The obvious answer, great pizza. A local favorite since 1983, Pizza Pub Wisconsin Dells has been serving up the best pizza in the Dells. Year after year after year. Not hungry for pizza? Try the homemade lasagna, chicken parmesan, burgers, salads, and an extensive kids menu. Or take a trip or two to the all-you-care-to-eat lunch buffet. Pizza Pub, walking distance to water parks and hotels in Wisconsin Dells. Visit the Milwaukee County Zoo this summer to enjoy so many species of fun. Home to more than 2,200 animals, representing over 340 different species. The zoo educates, entertains, and inspires. Stomp back in time with the zoo's summer exhibit, Dinosaur Discovery, sponsored by Sendik's Food Market. You'll be astounded by the gigantic and scientifically accurate animatronic displays. Touch, feel, and learn about the role of predators in the ecosystem. Running through October 5th. Visit milwaukeezoo.org.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410, Voice of the Valley, Talk of the Town. We've got Dino commenting here on the YouTube side of things on youtube.com at WRMN Radio. On your list of national recognized days, first responders has always been an important one to me, but a real second for me is that chocolate recognition, LOL. Yes, absolutely. It could even be a tie if I was 100% honest. Yes, very nice. Yeah, I do like chocolate. Like I said, I like the dark chocolate for sure. But yes, also a day recognized, of course, First Responders Day. Of course, also those who work in public works and the military. And then also again here too, to kind of backtrack a little bit here. Also, I would lump in there too, of course, all of the nurses, doctors, internal medicine workers there too on National Internal Medicine Day. Just a day to, of course, thank everyone out there for everything that they do. It's not easy. It's not easy, the jobs that they do. And sometimes we can take it for granted. We don't recognize it as much. So it's good to, of course, pay tribute and recognize that. Really every day is good to do that as well, too. So very nice. Let's see here some days that are continuing on in the season before it's too late. Pumpkin farms. Okay, so pumpkin farms here, I got to tell you, there's still some that you can go to, great places, but some of them are ending in a couple days. So I'll go through the list here. We've got Gobert's Pingree Groves Fall Festival. They are still going to be going on, still running on until October 31st. So you still have a couple days left if you haven't gone out there yet. Now, of course, you walk in, you get to see the beautiful, of course, the great pumpkin that is Gobert's main logo. You get to, of course, select a lot of great pumpkins there too, small and large, different shapes and sizes. Something else that they've added, well, they've added a couple different things here at the Gobert's Pingree Grove Fall Festival. Now, there's also the South Barrington one. I've been to both before. I haven't been to the South Barrington one since I was in elementary school. We took a field trip there. I think it was in 3rd grade. I haven't been to that one since, but I have, of course, been to the Pingree Grove one many, many times. And we went this year too. So they've added a lot of really cool things. So you'll be able to find there, they have different little carts. When I mean carts, I mean like little coffee carts, ice cream carts. So you can get like ice cream and like kind of a 1950s, almost looks like a little camper. It's like a nice kind of a bluish green color that you can go and get some ice cream. You can get little treats. So they have a lot of different things like that now too there that they didn't have in the past, which I like. They actually even have a nice bar area too. So what it is, you can get some drinks and there's a platform. And what the platform looks like is very similar to the platform at Old Republic Kitchen and Bar, the stage. If you've been there before in Elgin near Marcus, roughly a block south of like Highway 20 or so, roughly around that, maybe a couple, but that's kind of what it looks like. It's like a stage and you can walk up and just sit and see everything. You can see everything from top there. So that's pretty cool too. Sip on a beer. They've got some nice high tables there and chairs. So that's something new that they added. They added a couple new little fun things for the kids. They added a new park. They added expanded on the hayride there too. So when I was there with Ryan, it was packed. It was absolutely packed. There were tons of people there too. So definitely a cool place to go to. That is at 42W 813 Ranking Road in Pingree Grove. So they're going to be open still until October 31st. Their hours through the weekday, because now the weekends are over here, because by then it'll be October 31st, which is on a Thursday. So their hours are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And that's when they're open Monday through Wednesday, and then 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Thursday. So they do have that 9 to 8 time frame, which is the extended time frame on the weekends. And of course, with Halloween being on a Thursday, October 31st, it actually lines up perfectly, because the last day will be from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So that'll be the extended day, the longer day that they've got, starting that weekday towards the weekend, and also technically ending because it ends October 31st on Halloween. So there you go. That's a good place to go to if you want to check them out. Yes, okay, this is also important too. Funeral for Mia Army Corporal Ortiz. We've talked about this before. We did have Dan Simmons on the air last week talking a little bit about this, or a couple weeks ago. He hopped on air here for a little bit talking about this. The Simmons Madison Funeral Home honoring the is honored to serve the family of U.S. Army Corporal Herveto Ortiz, who was missing in action during the Korean War. So the visitation will be held, or it was held yesterday from 3 to 8 p.m. So that was yesterday. And then they're going to be having the funeral mass, which is following today. So they did already have the, So they had today, 11 to 12, they had the visitation, and the funeral mass will be today at 12:30 p.m. So it's actually coming up really, really soon. So it's, again, the Simmons Madison Funeral Home is not too far away here from the station, and they're going to be doing the full military honors at the Bluff City Cemetery. So you can head on out there now, actually, as I'm speaking here, because that's going to be coming up at 12:30. A fully escorted procession to Bluff City Cemetery will follow the mass, where full military honors will be rendered. So that's actually going to be coming up really, really soon. So if you want to check out more information on that, feel free to call their number. Their number is 847-741-1128. Or you can also visit their website. There is a link if you go to exploreelginarea.com. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, I'll even just show it to you on how to do it. So if you go to Explore Elgin Area, you type it in, first thing that comes up there. If you go to their main page, of course, you go under events. Now this tab here is at the top, it's at the center. So there's things to do, plan your visit, and then there's events, and then blogs, and view their visitor's guide. If you go under events and you just click it, scroll down a bit, it's right there. That's where you're going to be able to find it. Click on, of course, you can click on the image, click on his picture, or also the main title, and then scroll down and you'll be able to find that link to the Simmons Madison Funeral Home link there. It does tell, it's got the obituary and services, and also the tribute wall as well there too. So feel free to check that out. And then again, funeral mass will be starting in about 5 minutes at St. Mary's Church of Elgin. That's at 400 Fulton Street in Elgin. So that's St. Mary's Church of Elgin. That's at 400 Fulton Street here in Elgin. And again, I'll even show this to you as well too on the directions from the radio station. It's literally going to be happening pretty soon, actually. So if you want to check out more information and directions, even if we go to where it is from the station, it's literally 7 minute. It's like a 5 minute drive. It's like a 12-minute walk. So it's going to be coming up pretty soon. So if you're interested, this is where it is. So of course, I'm just doing it in from where we are now at work. And then what you do is you could take Douglas to East Chicago, or you can also take the little alleyway as well too. If you want to kind of cut through there, just go onto East Chicago Street. You make a turn onto South Chapel Street, and you can even walk through the James T. Gifford Park and be able to get to St. Mary's Catholic Church, where it's going to be. So again, that information has been posted. Hopefully this can also help you out too if you are planning on going, because it's going to be coming up pretty soon, the funeral mass. That's today at 12:30. So just in a couple minutes is when that's going to be happening. So, and then the The military honors will be immediately following the funeral services, which will be at the Bluff City Cemetery. That's at 945 Bluff City Boulevard in Elgin. So again, I wanted to put that information out there for you so that you know. So that is posted onto exploreelginarea.com, as well as, of course, on the social media sites as well, like Facebook. You can find that information posted on there, or also Simmons Madison Funeral Home as well, too. So that's coming up literally in just a couple minutes. And then there's a couple other things, too. Pub 72 is having Halloween cookie worship. That's going to be nice. Workshop. It's going to be a Halloween cookie workshop. Load the kiddos onto some sugar before Halloween here by making some really cool cookies. Now, these are cookie kits from the Mad Batter. That's a cool place to go to for $10 for the whole family. You can contact them through Facebook. And that's coming up tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow at 7 p.m. for some fun cookie decorating. That should be a good time. Gailbourn Public Library is having a Halloween party. This will be coming up here on Wednesday, October 30th. And then also on Thursday, October 31st. That's from 10 to 11 a.m. That's at the main library at the Meadows Community Rooms. It does say registration is required. So hopefully, let's see, is there still some time left here? Let me see here. For the Halloween party registration, there's still time. There's 20 seats remaining. So if you want to register on there, there's still time to register. It is coming up here on Wednesday and also on Thursday. So join them for their Halloween family fun, Halloween party, including stories. You're going to be able to have some fun activities. They're also going to be doing trick-or-treating throughout the library, which is pretty cool. And you still have time to register. There's currently online right now 20 seats left. So if you go to their website, gbpl.info, there's even a link through Explore Elgin Area that you can go to. You'll be able to find it. Sounds like a fun time, a nice Halloween party at the Gailbourn Public Library. So much to do, so little time here, and we'll talk a little bit more about some other things that are coming up here in just a bit. You're listening to WRMN AM 1410. When we come back, we'll actually be in our Tradio segment, so I'll go through some of those Tradio announcements, those Tradio callers that have called in. If you want to add yourself to the list, of course, the AM 1410 847-931-1410 number is the number to dial. You can also, of course, text us through the Image 360 info number at 505-926-1410. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410 and in our Tradio segment here in just a bit.
This is WRMN News.
I'm Marky B reporting. In Elgin this weekend, a shooting investigation as officers responded to the 1200 block of Shawford Way for a reported shooting. Officers arrived on the scene and located an adult male subject with a non-life-threatening gunshot wound, who was subsequently transported to a local hospital. The preliminary investigation shows that an incident inside a residence occurred, at which time a firearm was discharged. This is an isolated incident where all parties involved were known to each other. Detectives from the Major Investigations Division continue to investigate this incident. If you have any information that may assist, call 847-289-2600 or to text a tip, send a message to 847-411 and include Elgin PD in the beginning of the text along with a message and or tip information. First responders rescued 2 men from the Chilly Fox River in McHenry on Saturday night. According to the McHenry Township Fire Protection District, firefighters were dispatched to the 1400 block of North River Road on a report that 2 individuals were in the river and unable to get out. Firefighters arrived and found 2 adult males in the river clinging to a pier. Rescue personnel immediately entered the river in cold water rescue gear and removed both men. One man was taken to a waiting ambulance and treated for hypothermia. He was later transported to Northwest Hospital in McHenry in good condition. The second man refused treatment or transport. An investigation revealed that one of the men accidentally fell from a pier into the water, and the second person then jumped in to try to assist, but due to the low water temperature, neither was able to get out on their own. I'm Marky B on the Talk of the Town. This is WRMN News.
Produced in Studio 14 by the River Media Network.
The weather is getting better, and we know it's the time when ladders and DIYers come out. Before you start any new outdoor projects, ComEd wants you to know that electricity can jump from a power line to you and the tools you're using. So maintain a safe distance from any power lines. You can also call ComEd at 1-800-EDISON-1 to have those power lines de-energized the next time you do any type of work around them. Stay smart, stay safe, stay back. ComEd, powering lives.
There's a price war in the insurance business, and you may be paying too much. Call the Term Lifeline right now and see if you can save 40%. $500,000 plans and up, that's our specialty. Even great smokers' rates. Protect your family today. Call the Term Lifeline right now for a free quote. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM. 866-509-TERM.
A truckload of methamphetamine disguised as a shipment of watermelons was seized at the U.S.-Mexican border crossing into San Diego, U.S. Customs and Border Protection said. Methamphetamine valued at more than $5 million was found August 16th when the cargo aboard a tractor-trailer from Mexico was unloaded for a detailed inspection, the agency said in a statement. Among real watermelons, officers found 1,220 packages wrapped in paper colored to look like watermelon skins. The total weight of the packages amounted to 4,587 pounds or 2,080 kilograms. Wow, there's a lot to unwrap here, besides all the packs of meth. Can you imagine the conversation that went into the scheme hatching plan for this? What about the conversation someone sparked that finally had them search the truckload of watermelons? There's no way I'm going to believe that the Border Patrol found this truck the first time they tried this tomfoolery. I am praying that there were no forest preserve barbecue functions that are cutting into these magical slices of watermelon. My personal biggest question, why didn't they just hollow out some of the watermelons? I'm Darian Sims, and this is how I see it.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN, AM 1410. You know what time it is? It is our Tradio segment. If you're interested in buying, selling, trading, and or announcing to the Fox River Valley area, feel free to give us a call here today. The number to dial is 847-931-1410. Again, that's 847-931-1410 is the number to dial in. So feel free, of course, to give us a call here. You can also, of course, text us through the Image 360 info number at 505-926-1410. Again, 505-926-1410. 505-926-1410. And actually, we did get a nice image here. This is from Mark. So he is actually out at the visitation right now at Simmons Madison Funeral Home for Ortiz. So he does have, he did bring up some nice pictures here. Very good. If you want to take a look at those too, I've got them up on the screen. So there you go. Very, very nice. He also has here, let's see some other ones. Yeah, he's got so he did post some of these here too, and I'm actually kind of reporting on it right now too. So they've got some nice cars out there. It's under the Elgin's historical district as well too. So very, very good that was posted out there too. I'll try to make sure to get some more pictures here as well. We'll kind of go through some of those here too. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, so there's some pictures. There's some quite a big, a decent crowd that's also there as well too. Trying to make sure I don't get everything. But there we go. So you can see here, if you're watching on YouTube right now, it's a very nicely well done service. So if you want to check it out, it's actually happening currently right now. You'll be able to find it. It's at Simmons Madison Funeral Home. So he just sent that a couple minutes ago as well too. So very, very nice. Thank you to Mark for sending that information and also some of those pictures out there too. So that is currently going on right now. That is, again, visitation for CPL Everetto Ortiz. So that's currently going on right now. That'll be going on. So that is going to then proceed to the. Oh my goodness, I'm so tongue-tied today. Oh my goodness. It's going to proceed to the Bluff City Cemetery. is where that's going to be. So stay tuned for that. And again, if you'd like to contact us, you can feel free to do it through our Image 360 info number at 505-926-1410. Again, 505-926-1410. Let's take a look and see what other Tradio announcements we have here. Tradio callers that have called in within the past couple of weeks here. We have a Tradio caller, Antique Jim. He buys antiques, all different kinds of antiques as well here too. He does pay cash. So if you're interested in reaching out to him, that number is 847-414-7267. Again, that's 847-414-7267 is that number to dial. We have a caller on hold. Let's take it to the phone lines here. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN.
Is that me?
This is you.
I would like to know if anybody's got any chickens out there. I'm looking for, I want to buy 2 chickens. If anybody's out there, I'd like to buy them. 2 chickens, please. My phone number is 224-281-9133. 224-281-9133. I'm looking for 2 chickens. If anybody's got any chickens out there for sale.
All right. Thanks so much. We'll pass that message along. All right, we got a Tradio caller number 1 looking to buy 2 chickens. If anyone maybe has some chickens on the farm, willing to sell some, feel free to give her a call. That number is 224-281-9311. Again, 224-281-9311 is that number to dial. Another Tradio caller, Wood by Jeff. He still has a lot of those items for sale, or actually really for free. He's got a lot of different... he has a couple window screens, lumber wood, concrete boards, canning jars, garden stakes. He's got a lot of those. He has a solar heating kit for free. He also made a Hobbit house, which is cute. And then he also does have some mail sorters for free too. Still looking for a place for his shop, so feel free to reach out to him. That's Wood by Jeff in Elburn at 630-365-9488. Again, that's 630-365-9488 is that number to dial. Another Tradio caller here. This is American Legion. So they're going to be having their meat raffle coming up. That'll be November 2nd. That's for the meat raffle. It's from 5 to 9 p.m. featuring 16 raffles. They're going to be having during the halftime. So after they do the raffles, they're kind of mingling a little bit. They're going to be having their halftime turkey sandwiches that they're going to be selling. So it's $1 a piece. You still have some time. It's $1 a piece, or you can get 6 for $5. And then they're going to be having different assortments of meats there too for the meat raffle. That'll be coming up November 2nd at the American Legion Elgin, Post 57 at 820 North Liberty Street. So if you want to check out their information, that's ALElginpost57.com. Again, that's ALElginpost57.com. Let's see. Another Tradio caller here has those 3-drawer filing cabinets. They're completely steel. The tops are rusted. There's some scrap metal that you can use for it too, giving it away for free as soon as possible. So again, that number is 630-267-5543. Again, 630-267-5543. Another Tradio caller has the Corvette for sale. Corvette, it's a 1977, needs a little bit of work, does run well, $5,000 or best offer. That's number to dial is 630-400-2730. Again, 630-400-2730 is that number. Another Tradio caller here has the DVD collections for sale. She also has a beautiful Yamaha keyboard for sale too. It's got the stand and the instructions for $200 on those. That's for the Yamaha keyboard with everything that comes with it. Also has the 2 cemetery plots in Lakewood Cemetery and Elgin for sale too. The DVD collections, she's got Boston Legal, Mary Tyler Moore Show, Castle, and also Gilmore Girls. So feel free to reach out to her. Her name's Maggie. That number is 224-508-5532. Again, 224-508-5532. Another Tradio caller here has the janitorial cart for $50. It includes 2 mops, a bucket, and cleaning supplies. Also has that little giant ladder system that's 23 feet in height, 150 or a reasonable offer on that. So feel free to reach out to him. That number is 331-588-0493. Again, 331-588-0493. And then we also have another Tradio caller. Greg's looking for old bicycles. The Schwinn bicycles, bone shakers, balloon tires from the late 1800s to the 1950s, 60s, or 70s. Also, the watches. He's looking for those watches too. So, vintage Omega watches, diver style watches. He'll pay top dollar for it. And then he also does have here, pardon me, he's got a 2003 Mustang. It's 81,000 miles on it. It's charcoal gray color. It's got leather interior, all new hydraulics. It's got new brakes, so everything is nice and set, ready to go, etc. So $6,500 for it. Feel free to give a call out to Greg. That number is 847-884-6033. 847-884-6033. Again, if you would like to contact us through the Image 360 info number, that number is 505-926-1410. Again, 505-926-1410. Brought to you by Image 360, located in South Elgin. If you want to check out more information, visit their website at image360.com. That's image360.com. They, again, are your expert source for comprehensive custom signs and graphic solutions in South Elgin. So again, if you're looking to rebrand your office, need vehicle wraps or decals for your company fleet, or if you're in the market for a sharp-looking trade show display too, they can definitely assist you in that. Guaranteed some awesome experience too with what they do. They're a woman-owned small business and a proud member of the Elgin Area Chamber of Commerce. Very cool. Very nice. So check out their website. That's image360.com for more information. The time is 12:44. We're going to take another quick time out. We'll be back with more Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410 here in just a bit.
Available now on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com is the book called DUI Jury Trial, which is the true story of a truck driver in Illinois who was charged with driving under the influence of alcohol. Not only was he facing a revocation of his driver's license, but also a lifetime disqualification of his commercial driver's license, which would prevent him from ever driving a semi-truck again. This book includes the backstories of the truck driver, the lawyers that defended his case, and the DUI expert witness who analyzed the case and then testified at trial as to the proper protocol procedures of the field sobriety test as well as the breathalyzer tests. This nonfiction novel also includes the actual court transcripts from the jury trial, a courtroom showdown in which the final verdict would determine the fate of the defendant's livelihood. The book DUI Jury Trial is now available on Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com.
At the law offices of Guthrie & Brady, we are dedicated to providing high-quality legal services at affordable prices. Whether you're dealing with real estate transactions, foreclosures, or will and estates, our experienced team, including Mary Brady, the happy lawyer, is here to help. With over 50 years of experience, you can trust that our attorneys have the knowledge and expertise to handle your legal needs. Our comfortable and welcoming office, along with our professional staff, makes it easy for you to get the legal guidance you deserve. If you're looking for expert legal services you can rely on, contact the law offices of Guthrie & Brady today. Schedule a consultation and let us put our decades of experience to work for you. For more information, visit gandblegal.com. That's gandblegal.com.
Wake up, Fox River Valley. WRMN AM 1410 is shaking things up with a brand new weekday lineup that'll keep you informed, entertained, and engaged. I'm Marky B, WRMN Program Director and host of The First Shift, inviting you to start your day with The First Shift from 6 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. Larry Jones, Jakes, myself, and the entire First Shift team bring you the latest local news, entertainment, and, my favorite, more to kick off your morning. Then it's Out to Lunch with Matt McNeil from 10 until 1 p.m. Tune in for your midday fix of news, interviews, community happenings, and of course, the legendary WRMN Tradio Show. In the afternoon, join us for Fox Valley Afternoons from 2 until 6 p.m. Tammy and friends will chat lifestyle from 2 to 4, while Sonar and his crew dive into politics and news from 4 until 6. Plus, get to know the movers and shakers of the Fox River Valley with exclusive interviews, too. Don't miss out on our new local lineup that's tailor-made for you. WRMN AM 1410, the talk of the town. Tune in and turn it up.
All right, welcome back, folks, to Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. We still have about 12 minutes or so left here of the third hour of Out to Lunch with WRMN AM 1410. Feel free to be a part of the conversation. If you want to comment live on youtube.com at WRMN Radio, you can feel free to do that, of course. Feel free to also comment live here, of course, by giving us a call, 847-931-1410. If you're looking to buy, sell, trade, and or announce to the Fox River Valley area, of course, we're still in our Tradio segment, so you can feel free to give us a call here. Shout out to 847-931-1410 or 505-926-1410. 505-926-1410 is that number to dial. Coming up tomorrow, I'll give you a little sneak peek here. We've got some fun stuff coming up tomorrow. A couple different interviews that I've got here. And another one of the author interviews by Four Horsemen Publications, and also a really cool event that's coming up here. And that is with the Youth Symphony Orchestra, who I used to work with too. So very cool. I'm looking forward to that. So stay tuned for that. That'll be coming up here on Tuesday. And it does look like here too, we've got also a couple other, there's a couple other interviews I've got scheduled for Wednesday as well too. So we got a couple interviews for tomorrow and also a couple for Wednesday as well. So fun-filled days of interviews. Always fun. I always like doing that too. So very cool. Let's take a look here. We'll continue on with some other things as well here too when it comes to the events happening within the area. So we've got here the Haunt on Douglas. Now, I've talked about this before in the past. The Haunt on Douglas is this year, and it's the Douglas Avenue. It's at the old Douglas Avenue Haunted Cemetery is where it's located at. Now, this is coming up on Halloween afternoon, evening time, 4:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Now, what this is this is for you guys to kind of take a break from trick-or-treating and stop by for scares. Stay for spooky programs with Side Street Studios, concessions provided by the Northeast Neighborhood Association of Elgin, and there's also going to be live music from 6 to 7. The doors open at 4:30. Please be in line no later than 7:30 p.m. to guarantee your spot. For your safety, the 700th block of Douglas Avenue will be closed to traffic. So they will be closed to traffic from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. once again this year, similarly to how they did it last year too. So join them for the Halloween night, sure to be filled with fun and fright at the old Douglas Avenue Haunted Cemetery. Very cool. That's been posted onto foxvalleymagazine.com. We do have a caller on hold. Let's take it to the phone lines here. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN.
Yeah, I have 13 bundles of shingles. They're brand new. They're architectural shingles. The color is estate gray. And I have 2 rolls of heavy-duty rubber roofing you could use for underlayment for that. I'm asking $150 for all of it. I know the shingles go for over $50 a bundle now. And then I also have, it's called a Shed in a Box. It's sold by Harbor Freight. I think they're around $300. And I put it up in my yard, and it was up for maybe a month, and then I took it down. But it's in excellent condition, and I'm asking $150 for that also. It's 10 by 17 measurement. And my number is 847-847-8813. And again, it's 847-8813. Thank you.
And you said there's architectural shingles, and then what was the rolls again? What were those called?
It's like a rubber roofing, like they call it. I forget the name of it. It goes around the edge of the roof. They usually only put it the first roll because it's ice and water barrier is what it was.
Okay, so it's the shingles with the rubber roofing. Is that a good way to put it?
Well, 13 bundles of shingles and then 2 rolls of ice and water barrier.
Of ice and water barriers.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And those all put together are $150 for that bundle.
Correct.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for calling in. We'll pass that message along.
Thank you.
Of course. Bye-bye now. All right, we've got Tradio caller number 2 today on October 28th. He's got a couple things here. He has 13 bundles. That's 13 bundles of shingles for sale. They are architectural shingles. They are in the color Estate Gray. So they're in the color Estate Gray. And then also included with this too, I'll make sure to write that down. Also included in this as well, he has 2 rolls of ice and water barriers. So they're ice and water barriers all put together for $150. And then he also does have something called Shed in a Box. It's in excellent condition, and he's asking $150 for this as well. And then it is 10 by 17 in measurement. So it's 10 by 17 in measurement there. If you're interested, feel free to reach out to him. That number is 847-8813. Again, 847-8813 is that number to dial. Very nice. Thank you so much for announcing that. Let's see some other things coming up here around the area as well. We've got here Halloween Bingo Night. This will be coming up here October 30th at 6:30 p.m. This is going to be at the Dutch Inn West. So that'll be at the Dutch Inn West. It's the Halloween Bingo Night at the Dutch Inn West. Check for the event organization's website for all the updates listed there too. Also coming up here too, the community trunk or treat is going to be with the Ecker Center for Behavioral Health. That'll be coming up October 31st, and that'll be from 4 to 5 p.m. So that's from 4 to 5 p.m., and that's Thursday, October 31st. It's community trunk or treat. That'll be from 4 to 5 p.m. at 1845 Grandstand Parking Lot in Elgin. It's great for all ages. You're invited to join in for a fun and festive trunk or treat. Check out more information. If you want to reach out to Alexis Bach, you can at ABACH, that's ABACH, at eckercenter.org for more information. Ecker spelled ECKER. So that's ABACH at eckercenter.org for more information and also on how to get involved. We'll take it back to the phone lines here. Hi there, caller. You're on with WRMN.
Yes, how are you this morning? Afternoon, I mean.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. I have some fluorescent 4-foot light fixtures. They're 2-bulb, and they have a plastic lens cover that goes over them. I have 10 of them, and I'm looking for $20 each.
All right. So you've got, again, it's the 4 fluorescent 4-foot light fixtures. They're 2-bulb. You've got the plastic covers, and you said you have 20 of them in total?
10 of them.
Or 10 of them in total. And $20 each.
I was looking for $20. And my number is 847-697-7876. That was 847-697-7876.
All right, perfect. Thanks so much for calling in today. I appreciate it.
All righty.
All right. Bye-bye now. All right, so we have Tradio caller number 3 today. He has here the fluorescent 4-foot light fixtures. They're 2-bulb fixtures. They do come with the plastic covers on there too. And there is 10 of them in total. So there's 10 of them in total, asking $20 each. So $20 each on those. Feel free to reach out to him. That number is 847-697-7876. Again, 847-697-7876. Again, that is the fluorescent 4-foot light fixtures, 2 bulb with the plastic covers, $10, or I'm so sorry, 10 of them in total, and then they're 20 each. So again, that number is 847-697-7876. We have about 30 seconds left here. Hopefully everyone's been enjoying the show here. We'll continue on tomorrow talking about more things that are coming up in the area as well, because there's quite a few fun things coming up here for Halloween. I want to, of course, announce that so that you know exactly what's going on. The big event here in downtown Elgin, especially for the Gail Borden Public Library, is the Skeleton Trot. The Skeleton Trot. That's going to be coming up there. It's the 5K run and walk. So that'll be coming up there too. That is already November 2nd. They've been announcing it, I think even into the summertime, they've been announcing it too. So, and that is presented by the Gail Borden Public Library District Foundation and U46 Educational Foundation. So that's coming up for the Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, November 2nd. It is the Skeleton Trot, 5K run and walk. Going to be a good time. So if you're still interested in early voting, they'll still be at the Gail Borden Public Library on the 2nd floor. Parking might be a little bit more scarce on the Skeleton Trot Day. So just throwing that out there for you too. Lots of things coming up. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more local programming here. I'll be back again tomorrow for a couple great interviews during the show. Stay tuned. And I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day.
Your hometown. Elgin time, 1 o'clock.
Trap issue. No further than Grease. Serving the greater Chicago area since 1997, Hopkins and maintenance.